Welcome back to Purgatory. Have a blast. I don't think there's anything more we have to do, so I think just going into a new game. All stuff. It is a shame steel extension costs that much. Maybe it'll be fun this time? No? It definitely will. Hopefully it'll be faster this time. That's really the only thing I'm open for.
This way! Hurry! What's the holdup? Hey, we have to get out of here.
How'd Overwatch go? It wasn't too bad. It's just always annoying just how Overwatch works. It's like you want to have fun, but then the game will just do anything in their power to make sure you don't have fun. Because like there's always bad games, there's always good games, right? But it's like so you always save your good games for the characters you don't want to play. But then the moment you want to play something like Hanzo or Junkrat, it's like then you have to fight the absolute worst teams, the most try-hard people. Your team is playing at the worst. But it's like then you're playing on your mains, but it's like it basically just says don't ever play your mains. Don't have fun with the game. And plus, I will say, the end-all be-all of bad Overwatch is lag. Because you will literally never feel more cheated in lag than in Overwatch. Because you activate your abilities a second later, it just reverts them. And like, aiming is so difficult when it just no-rigs half your shots. So it's like, pretty much your only way to play is to play rapid-fire hit scan or beams.
Quit gawking and get your sword.
Because you try and play like Hanzo, no. Even like Ashe or Widow, a lot of times like, no, just won't work.
Ready?
And you can be like good on those characters and have good aim. It doesn't matter.
It's over.
I'm not saying I have the best aim or anything, but like I'm a Masters player, right? And that's like with barely playing comp only during drives on Masters. So it's like, obviously I played at a decently high level, definitely above average, but it's like, no, losing in quick play because people's can aim better than me, I guess. And it's like I got there playing stupid characters like Junkrat and stuff like that. It's just random when it works. Again, you can see me going like 30-0 on Widow and just popping off and being able to contest even Genshis, but it's all just a matter of teamwork and lag. And it's just really, really boring when it's like that. Because like you want to play Hanzo and it's just like, well, counter picks, have to sub off Hanzo. And it's like it can just be a bad game too, to where it's like your entire team's doing bad or just not playing well. So it sucks. Because like that's what makes Overwatch addictive in a sense, is that you just don't want to end on like a really bad game. It's like you want to play a game on a fun character, have a fun, decently close game where you get to pop off, right? But then it's like, oh, I had a fun game, I want to play more. And then, what's it? Never happens. And then you lose a game and you think, oh, well, you know, next game will be better, and then it's not better, and then the next game will be better, and then it's not better.
So Ray, I'm ready. Ha! We can courage. Strike.
So.
It's over. Hang on, everyone.
It just kind of sucks. That's why I like to go for achievements and just try and do dailies. So that's just why I just don't like playing Overwatch, because I know I'm going to wind up playing more. Because like I finish daily, it's like, oh, now I want to queue DPS and play Junkrat and Hanzo and have just one good game. And then we play 4 games and I don't get a single good game. It's like, oh, okay. It's like, we can win. Like, say, last game we won, and just like get to have no fun because the game isn't working. And it's like, not even like I did horrifically bad. Just like, my stuff isn't working. Oh, okay. So, it just sucks. Like, that's what just makes Overwatch so unpleasant to play. It's like you pretty much just need to dedicate 8 hours to just only playing on your main. And then maybe I'll have a couple of good games. But it's like, that's why I don't like when it forces me to play Overwatch. Like, I'm fine playing like 8 hours one day a week. But the issue is that then when they add dailies like this, I wind up playing more because I want to have fun one game on Overwatch like a day. And it just never happens.
Only one way to find out.
And so it's just painful. Because I hop on, do dailies, and I wind up doing like 4 more games than I have to. Sometimes a lot more.
Well,
and just because I'm trying to have a good game. Like, I just want to be able to play the characters I want to play instead of having to play the forced characters and queue all. And then it's just, can't even have fun.
Huh. There. Go. Oh.
But it's like, what can I do? It's like, I don't want to sit there and, like, ask for Jared to play support, even though that wouldn't really make anything better. But it's like that, and it's kind of like how Jared will complain about playing tank all day, and he wants to be able to play DPS. But it's like the only way he can play tank is if I'm on support. But then we don't have DPS, and I have to play DPS. And so eventually we have one good game. But it's like it takes so long to do that. It's just like not fun. Like I said, competitive doesn't fix it in the slightest because it's literally the exact same thing, except you're less inclined to play the characters you want to play because you just have to play good characters. Your team doesn't think so though.
Be gone. No escape. Hang on, everyone. I pray we do not encounter
Just very aggravating. That's why I just don't like when they do the daily bullcrap, because then it's like based on wins and just based on playing every single day. It's like, okay, play 5 games of Curie a day. That's what you get. Then you just hop off. Like, wow, really, really fun. And then queuing all, it's like all I get today is support.
Safe enough.
And then I just want to have a fun DPS game. Just wrap it up. Doesn't happen though.
This break.
I'm back. End up cooking. Nice.
Cooking?
I don't want to have to remind you, but keep your eyes on the girl. Okay.
I tried to play some fun Junkrat and Hanzo and thought only counters. My stuff didn't work. I get to get random headshot kills that don't connect at all, where I just throw random arrows, but can't hit the stationary enemies from any distance.
Wow.
It's really cool.
So,
the way I complain about the game, you would expect me to be like, silver, tops, gold, but no, no.
Plenty of adults read it too. I was probably just
Oh,
mature
my
for my
Hanzo,
age.
it's just my shots
Oh,
are
yeah?
connecting.
Huh. Well,
What does that
figures.
even mean?
I mean, it is an amazing book.
Yes.
Well,
With
looks
drug
like
tube and a
someone's
diamond?
enjoying
No.
himself. This is my village. Alicia.
Seems
So
pretty.
it's not Cameron.
Oh, you mean
but
a diamond
Alicia
and
then.
the... Okay, I
And
thought
the
you
rumors
the
were
way you
false
phrased it, it
after
sounded like
all.
you said 2 diamonds.
What are those creatures?
What do you mean, creatures? They're goats.
But
Goats?
no, that's just not
Are
how
they
it works.
usually this
Basically,
big?
when you get a crystal after you reach like 7 or something like that, or like 4 or something like that, and then it gives you a diamond, so it resets you. That person has done like 7 drives.
I'll go. Yes, coming. Yeah.
That's all that meant. But it shows the V. Oh, you mean like further than us?
What is this guy yapping about? At least
I don't see what's crazy.
describe it in a full paragraph.
You should have a V. Why would he have a V?
Yeah, it's not like it keeps his.
That's only if you've done
number. It resets the
like
number
he's
to
just done
1.
3 less drives than us.
Yeah.
Like I said, it replaces your number once you reach a certain thing. So you need 14 for 2 diamonds? Something like that. I don't know the exact number. I don't know when it resets. I think it's 7.
I agree.
It's like 7, you replace it with a crystal, and then you go back to 1, but you get the diamond.
Yeah. I'd
Yeah,
prefer a
it's
crystal
stupid.
5 with no diamond, but you know, I don't have a choice.
We just want to see a number go up, but it doesn't. It gives us a stupid crystal. And it's not an extra crystal, it just replaces our number and puts a stupid diamond next to it.
Yeah. It shows we're tryhard without looking cool. That's the worst thing you can do.
So eventually, in like 2 seasons, if we continue doing drives, we're gonna get 2 diamonds! Whoa!
No, they're
I
gonna
know,
change it by then.
it's pretty cool. No, Overwatch just can't do anything right. And everyone's been suffering with different versions of lag.
I got this
I
pretty
just-
cool, like,
know
consecutive
why I
5
tried.
stutters that each lasted like a second, so that was pretty cool.
It's like, it's so much easier to play. Why can I not talk to her? What do I do? It says check up on the girl. What do I do?
Just what my guide's for.
Jared, I need messages. Send me a message on where I'm going. I'm already lost.
What's the last thing you did?
Oh, okay. Now I can speak to her.
Enjoy yourself.
I just had to re-enter the house and do
Gosh,
it. I think it
I
just
hope we
bugged
didn't
out.
worry
I
him.
could have told you that's what I thought would happen,
nothing.
but
Nothing? That's what the guy just hit him with?
Welcome in.
Warframe in the year 2026? Insane.
that's one thing I'm glad Berseria axed. What? All these stand around and walk segments. Yeah.
That's right.
Also, again, like sometimes when I'm just like randomly scrolling through Reddit at night to see what's up, right?
Ew.
I see like some of the Tales games discussions, and it's like, oh, community
I finished
voted
preparing
like
the gel.
best Tales games of certain elements. And the thing for like best story right now that all I see in like the comments is people saying Berseria. And I'm like, what?
Again, I like the characters. I like the character
You think out of
designs.
all the Tales
story, though?
games, Berseria has the best story.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did Boney
In
end up
my
winning
personal
best
opinion,
story?
I'd say it's obviously.
Yeah, I think they said it
Symphonia
was
2 or
between
Vesperia.
those two.
Ready?
Symphonia and that.
No escape. How's this? Hang on, everyone. Hey,
feel like
Symphonia, I
crazy
think the only
authors-
reason it's
Have I
a good story
truly
in
been of
general is
use?
just because it's actually fleshed out and takes a while to
okay,
do.
guess
I don't.
And I
Yeah,
feel like that's
that's
pretty
why I
much
don't
it.
like the story in Symphonia 1.
I don't think the story's like super good, but it does have like, you know, some good twists and like I said, good characters and stuff.
Maybe I wasn't
I
paying
don't
enough
mind that.
attention to the story, but it kind of felt like, oh man, the world's in shambles. You need to
It's
combine it. It's like,
just-
not.
I don't
You need to
know.
separate
And
them.
see, also one thing that they said about Berseria, which I find
Let's
crazy,
get 'em.
right?
That's
It's that, like, Berseria is the only Tales game that really flips the story on its side, where it's like you're playing as the bad guy. It's like, what? Isn't pretty much every Tales game opposing the government in one way or another? There's just some like
No.
this where you don't.
Yeah, let's see. Arise,
ready.
yeah. Let's see. Zestria,
You're
pretty much, yeah.
pretty much going against the world in
Have
every
I
Tales game.
truly
Symphonia 1 and 2 are just straight up going against the world itself, so yeah.
And I just find that funny.
I think people, it's not even like reading between the lines, I just think they need to read the lines a bit better.
Like I said, a key example is Vesperia.
Yuri's like constantly talking about how
Vesperia's you
he's
fight
the
for
bad
knights,
guy.
realize it was bad, and then you go against
Let's head
everyone.
home for the day.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hey, how far is it to Lady Lake?
Let's see. I expect about 2 or 3 days.
Really? I had no idea it was so close.
But the forest at the base of the mountain is surprisingly easy to get lost in.
Must be the power of Gramps' domain.
The olden days where you had to walk to places over 3 days.
I don't know.
Why is this guy walking into a
Like I
wall?
said, I think Symphonia's story was good. They also said most disappointing Tales game or something like that was Tales of Symphonia 2. Which, to be fair, I can understand. But that's like, it makes you wonder where the disappointment came from. Right?
See,
Is
I
it
think
only
the
a disappointment because it's a
Symphonia 1
sequel
after
and it
playing
just wasn't what
Symphonia 2.
people wanted? Or was the game itself a disappointment? But it's like, I feel like for something to be disappointed, it has to be like super hyped. You know? It's like saying
Right. To be
Zestria
fair.
for me was like
So,
really disappointing. But it's like, no, I wasn't expecting much from it.
I wouldn't say.
But it's like, is
Symphonia
that
2
really
was
only why? Is because it
hyped.
was like the sequel to Symphonia, so they expected it to be crazy?
Wish I'd asked her more about the world below.
Because like, to me, how I see it is it's a spin-off Tales game that's about like monster taming and have its own story. It just uses some of the characters from Symphonia 1. And so it's like, I could never see that as like disappointing because it's not really the sequel. It's basically just in the world. You know? Which I guess you consider 2. But it's like, say Zestria isn't Tales of Berseria 2. You know? That's why it's like Tales of Symphonia,
Gramps,
Dawn of a
she's-
New World. Because it's not really like the sequel.
I see.
It's just essentially a spin-off of the world.
Thanks.
And so when I see it like that, it's like, I don't see it as like disappointing at all. So it's like, I feel like people must have just been expecting like, oh, it's going to be Tales of Symphonia, but a direct sequel. And the gameplay is going to be like the exact same, just like overhauled. But it's like, I feel like from trailers and stuff, they probably did not advertise it like that at all.
Yeah, I feel like you probably don't even like see the characters.
I feel it's like, here's a complete new cast of characters, and it probably showed like the little silhouettes of the old characters. That's like, were people really expecting it to just be? I don't know. I just don't know what people could have been expecting for it to be a disappointment. That's what I want to know. Because like, see, I could see people being like, Arise was a disappointment because like, waited a while. It's like it looked really good, and then maybe you just didn't like it as much. That's what I feel like a disappointment would be. But I feel like, again, you could say, like,
Here
worse.
to meet your doom, Hellion.
Let me do this fight and then I'll read that.
I got.
I feel like Rise was really good.
I get it.
actually.
Game. Let me just equip the thing I'm trying to do.
Ready? Fluent surge! Fluent surge! Fluent surge! What?
Most people criticize the story and
I'll
dialogue,
talk,
but
aren't you?
gameplay-wise, it's just pretty average
Still haven't
RPG,
had
and a lot of
enough
people
yet?
think Tales of games should be better than average.
Yeah.
I guess that's fair. I just feel like, I don't know. I feel like it was pretty interesting. Like, say, I've replayed it because I enjoy the gameplay, the systems, and the story. The only 2 Tales games I've replayed have been Tales of Symphonia 2 and Tales of Vesperia. And I just wonder, it's like, I don't know. I just find like the monster tamer aspect to be like, not really like super good and fleshed out, but it's like, it's fun and interesting. And it's like the other characters are mostly there for like story, but it's like you can still play as like Lloyd on occasion and the other characters. So I like it, but it's mostly, it's like here you have your 2 characters being Emil and Marta, and you have the monsters, and you're basically like using the magic and the creatures and everything. Like, okay, this is sick. And there's like an evolution system and the cat's village and everything. And the story's like pretty deep and interesting. I'm like, that's
Sure,
insane.
the evolution system was bad, but
And that's why I enjoy it. It's like, I feel like it has like really good twists. And again, it's the only issue I had with it is it's kind of short. That's pretty much it. That to explain it, most people didn't like the monster catching at all.
Anything that I've said.
Yeah,
Got me muted
they
or
replaced
something?
the system people liked with one they didn't really like. I see. That's the thing though, is that like the monster system was pretty good, honestly. Like, I feel like it pretty much took exactly like just. Do you have me muted or something? No, I'm just watching stuff on my other PC.
Cringe.
But I feel like the
Okay. Oh.
monster catching is a bit annoying. Like, if they just would have made that better in like the evolution system, but genuinely having the monsters in the fights was some of the best things ever. Like, if it just would have been done better, like the catching and raising part of it, it would have been insanely good. Because it's cool that it's like you actually get to exploit weaknesses instead of just using
down the slope.
what's it?
Got it.
Like
Wait a
Genus
minute.
and
How do you know all this?
what's it?
It's not
Rain every single
complicated.
fight and
I've
just
been
swapping their
collecting
spells.
information for this
You know, it's like you actually put on like different monsters and stuff like that.
every day.
And it's like the unison
On your
gauge
own?
uses like them and it
You
like
never
powers
told
up
me
the
about it.
elements and it's like stuff like that and it powers up your arts depending on like the thing. So it's like you benefit from having the certain monsters. Like, okay, and you can like customize their arts to give them things. I'm like, this is sick. I wouldn't tell you you're wrong or anything, it's just a really unpopular feature. But like I said, I find it good because also it's like most of the time in a Tales game, your average Tales player is just going to be playing the main character. And so it's like they give you an alternative, you know, being like the spellcaster / healer being Marta, right? But then it's just like you have the monsters being there. So it's like it's basically the same, but it's like a way without you being overwhelmed by having like 8 characters that do nothing. You know, and it's like you're leveling them faster, so there's more of a sense of progress, another system to do along the side. And when you're fighting enemies, it gives you more incentive to fight enemies because you want to try and catch them and see what kind of evolutions they get, and you get monster books and everything. And again, like the unison gauge is cool and the mystic arts are cool, and it's like the monsters are like doing their thing. I find that to be like really, really good. It's like, again, I think if they did the system well, it would be better than a normal Tales game. And I think that's good because, like, say here, it's like even this, it's like you're pretty much just playing a Soraya Rose because they're base arts, then you're an Armatus. So where it's like Micleo could be unplayable as a character and it would not change the game at all. Right? But if he was like more customizable and I felt like I could actually build him for specific things, it would have been way cooler. Like, say, imagine I'm just playing Soraya and then it's basically just building up a monster like one of these wolves to be a really good physical attacker. And they even have things like beast ones have high physical attack, so it's like, okay. And so I fuse with them. Right? Or even just get like, oh, this is my beast transformation. This is my amorphous transformation. It buffs stats. And then stuff like that. It's like, doesn't that sound really, really good?
Look, there's the lake. And there's a huge city. Let's go check it out.
Like cassette beasts. Yeah, pretty much. And so I feel like that would just be like a really good way of doing it. Where it's like you're implementing the enemies in a fun way that makes you actually want to fight them. And you can raise them and raise their stats to customize the gameplay more. When it's like something like Armatus is super boring because just like you're using your other person as just stats. Like, say, Lila is here not to be good at anything. It's just to what's it? Have high magic
Some
stacks
kind
where I
of
can
trouble?
spam spells in Armatus.
Looks like it.
It's like she's just a
Cart
useless
stopped.
character. I never cared about the monsters at all, honestly. Yeah. I don't know. I just think it's always cool to like actually implement the enemies in a fun, interesting way. Like even like Woo-Wah, where it's like you get them as like abilities or something. I feel like it's interesting to use that, and especially with like Tales games, it makes sense for some people to have like better connections with like monsters or anything. And so I think it's cool. Like again, I feel like a game, like if they were to come out with a new one, it was just like you had transformations based on the type of element monster you had. Like I said, like going into the enemy book, like you'd have a crustacean form, and then you had like monsters, even if it wasn't like you actually had to go and catch them, but it was more like just some sort of way of implementing like fighting enemies. Like even like, oh, defeated, once you defeat 10, you like get them as a token, and that token gives you a stat boost or an art that you can use. Like Theronized, but way better. Yeah, exactly. But it's like Theronized did it really, really bad. But again, just like that, you don't even play the other characters in Berseria. It's pretty much just play Velvet, right? Or just play like Magulu, and that's it. That's your gameplay. And then you pretty much don't touch anything else. And you have just forgotten characters, a lot of confusing arts. You have no fun. But imagine you can customize it, and it'd be really cool. Like imagine instead of having Rokuro on your team, you can just have a monster that's like the crustacean. Then Rose use it to like transform into like actually things to have cool things. And I think it's cool.
No kidding. A straight up princess.
Yeah, which is kind of bad, not gonna lie, because Theronized is pretty much what they were going for, and then the other characters. Yeah, it's just boring. And that's how I feel about a lot of characters. Like, the main character is pretty much the designed one you're supposed to play, and all the other ones are, like, not as fleshed out or good. And that's why it's like Tales of Arise, I feel like, did it the best. And obviously, even in this game and Berseria, they tried. But it's like, say, Vesperia, you're not playing anyone but Yuri. Unless there's, like, one character that it's like, oh, I'll just swap when I get them. Like, Judith or something like that. I'm gonna read the first message. It's been a long time since I've played Dawn of New World since they refused to release it. I mean, you can always emulate it. We emulate the PlayStation 3 version just because I don't even know where PlayStation 3 is. This Tales Symphonia was really neat with the EX skills and the T and the S type tech. Also alternative story routes. To be fair, I think the alternative story routes could have been fleshed out a lot better. Especially for you having to like replay the game 6 times anyway. It's like, I feel like it needs to be more impactful for it to matter.
Oh, so should we have it even to
Oh, yeah. And the T and the S skills, it's like, I like it, but I will say, it legitimately cost me, and like, I didn't like the game the first time around because it's just not understanding the system. They do a pretty bad way of explaining it, and then even still, you have no deal what you're like doing half the time. And it's like, say, I didn't even know there was like the cool Mystic Art Unison Gauge abilities because the only way to know that is by like looking them up. And I'm just like, it's so annoying. It's like, again, it's like Tales Symphonia is one of those games. The only way you're going to enjoy it is if you know all that stuff going in. You know how the systems work. You know how the like Mystic Arts work. You know just how everything works. And then it's fun to play. Because like I said, I quit that game like 3 times because I had no fun like playing it. And especially with it just being old now and not having like voice acting, it is like one of the hardest games to go back and replay. And especially go for achievements. Like I have no intention of wanting to do it until they release like a remake. To me, it added cool replay value. See, I just disagree though. I feel like it didn't really add enough to warrant like going in another time. You know, that's like, let me just watch a quick 2-minute YouTube video on the cool difference that happened. What? I feel like it could have been done way better. Yeah. Symphonia doesn't tutorialize a lot of the mechanics anywhere near enough. Tales game general is real. Yeah. It's not just story differences, but gameplay as well. Like the long and short route. Yeah, but say I played Symphonia and got a majority of the achievements. The only thing I know is that you can either get Zelos or Kratos. That's it. And I don't know if that's the one story change, and that's the thing that changes the gameplay, and if it's the long route or the short route. But that is legitimately all I know.
The sanctuary up ahead is supposed to house a sword
that's the difference, by the Lady and that's because going for achievements, I'm like, I only have this character. How do I get the other one?
No way. First, we've got to make sure Alicia's safe. I'm sure we'll be back.
No, the short and long route is back in Silver Island. Yeah, but how are you supposed to know this? See, it's like, you can find an interesting concept. I didn't know this concept existed. After doing the fire seal, you can either cross the sea right away, short route, or do it later, long route. Yeah, see, I never knew about that. change the order you do the
That
seals and
dog.
encounter story beats.
What's gotten into
You know,
it?
also joins way earlier on long route. I don't even know what route I took. And see, I just find that bad.
So Alicia
I feel
really
like,
is
again,
the
it should
Fox
say
man's
like
target.
impactful things or
Looks like it.
something
He
leading to it, not
probably
just
retreated
if
for
you
now
just
because
choose
of
to
the
do this thing, which you have no idea if it's that
commotion.
impactful or not. It changes things. And even if it says, "Are you sure you want to cross the sea now?" That doesn't really tie anything together. And plus, you don't know what you're getting yourself into. It's not just like good. And then plus, I would argue if you do one of those routes and then just do New Game Plus, it kind of ruins it because then you don't get the full same
would've thought
original
that he would be
intended
this
experience
fast?
because you're doing it in New Game
The
Plus.
dog's still
So
chasing
you
him.
kind of have to
Can't let
do
him get
2
away.
base playthroughs on each of the routes. I just prefer when it's not as impactful because I prefer cohesive stories compared to choose your own adventure games. I like it more when it's based like, say, a neutral ending, like a bad ending, or at least like left ending, right ending, and then the canon ending. I'm fine with that. You know, like I feel like stuff like that's fine with me. It's kind of like having like a true ending in a game. It's just, again, I like it to be different. Like, say we make a mistake by killing a character instead of saving them. So that puts us down a darker route, which gives us a darker ending. You know, and then after doing both endings, you unlock the true ending, which is kind of like a neutral route, where you chose to do the right things at the right time. And I'm really a fan of that kind of stuff. It's a way of implementing like the story, and you get to see like actually like if you were to do this instead of just letting this person go, then you must love Zestria where you can let the dog die or not. Yeah, but see, I wouldn't know that I can let the dog die or not, you know. But I really enjoy that kind of gameplay because so many of the times, I'm sure you can agree, it's like maybe the real ending, like say for Berseria with like Oscar and Therese. I know I bring it up a lot, but it's like the bad ending or whatever is just, you know, fully committing to just achieving your goals, pretty much just vengeance, right? And then you just kill them because you don't care and you feel no guilt. And then it's like the good ending is like you save them, and since you were nice
need a
along the
hand?
entire way and like you did all the good things, you actually save them, right? And they become like good. They might do good in the world. But then it's like you have the neutral ending where it's like you do wind up killing them, and that's like the canon one. But then it's like you regret it, and that's what leads you down the path.
Well,
I know. Well, yeah.
So it's like, again, I find that just to be. I've heard Zilla 2 also is multiple ending. And see, that's a reason why achievements are good, in my opinion. Is like, because then say you look up the achievements for it and you see there's routes, and then you can look up, okay, routes, and then you can see what you need to do for routes. And I find like stuff like that good, because like I'm fine running into something organically, but see the issue is that then you miss out on stuff because you just don't do something the way you
Hey,
want.
Saray, come
Like,
over
it's
here.
cool to have like the kind of endings. It's like, oh, you
What is it?
chose the short
Saray.
route or the long route, or you chose to do this, so you got a character. It's like, that's cool, right? But it's like, I don't like when you're just expected to do something, and especially when you wind up like, say, even in Tales of Pony, it's like you might just want to play Zealous more than Kratos, and you just happen to do something
we yet.
that you just either weren't paying attention or something like that, and you just happen to get the wrong thing. And it's like, oh, so I could have just done this, but now I get this. And like I said, for the most part, it's pretty cut and dry on what you're doing.
Ready, everyone?
I think a lot of those could be
A
done better.
werewolf? Did it become a hellion?
I can take care of those slimes with my fire. Purify them with the shepherd's power.
But like I said, I'm just a sucker for that kind of stuff,
What?
and also multiple point of view
Alright.
games. Like even this,
In my
like if we even split a lot of the team,
it's
What?
presumption.
and then like Alicia's story was basically just her side of everything. We just had the occasional meetup points where it's like we played through our side of the story, and then we played through Alicia's part of the story, so we get like both sides of what's happening. Like say even in a situation with like Zestria and Berseria, if it was just two sides, like say if we were playing as Artorias now and doing his side, then it's like a way of understanding both sides a lot more while what's it doing it, and then like a true ending to kind of tie it together. It's like stuff like that is like a really good way of doing it, in my opinion. And not to say that all games need to be like that, but like a lot of games just give you a static
You
ending
must
that
be
feels
hungry,
like
kind
it was a
shepherd.
bad choice
I'll fix you up
to
something
do
at
something,
once.
or that your character feels
Thank you,
guilty
sir.
for like no
But
reason
I'm
when they
actually
shouldn't,
stepping out
because
for a
from your
bit.
point of view, you're just
Oh,
seeing it
really?
slightly different
Well, then I'll get it
than what the
ready for
game
when
wants you
come
to think
back.
of how the character's
Don't
going to
worry
react.
about the bill. It's the least I can do for the shepherd.
For
Really?
me, I look at RPGs more as
Thank
an
you so
experience
much.
rather than a completion
back in
thing
a
where I
little
need to
while.
100% it. If it felt like I had to 100% them all, that would just like suck the fun out. Yeah, but to me, it's like I want to experience the game. And so it kind of feels bad when it doesn't feel like I get to experience the game, or I got cheated out of an experience in the game because of just like one decision, you know, that I didn't know or did know. It's like a true ending, you know, like in Persona. It's like I feel cheated because I didn't do the exact things needed to achieve the true ending because I didn't look it up. To where now it's just like I miss out on the true ending, and so I get like this other ending, and to where to me it doesn't feel like, oh, my choice would have mattered, just doing something stupid. It reminds me of Tales of Zestria, where Velvet killed Teresa's brother, just like what happened to her, and it made everyone feel so guilty because both situations were the same. Definitely that evens how split endings can feel all the time. Yeah, but see, in a situation like that, that's where it gets annoying, because from my point of view of like Velvet, there is no reason why anyone would have cared about them dying. I would have completely understood, right, that point of view. But like, see, if we had some weird character development thing to where it's like, this is why she would feel that way. But it's like, again, all the stuff just feels like it comes out of nowhere, because like it feels like the devs have a specific vision on how they see the character, and so it's like, since they know how it's all gonna end, they feel like, oh well, we need to put something like this here. I feel like Velvet obviously grew more human over time, but that just felt totally out of the blue. Exactly, because it's like, the thing is that she never felt not human. That's the thing. But again, maybe that's just my point of view. She felt human. It's just she also felt like she was more revenge. Just like Rokuro. Like, did Rokuro ever seem like, wow, this guy's a terrible guy and just a demon, right? It's like, no, he's a normal guy. It's just he has like these certain traits, and that's what made him what he is. And that's like same with Velvet. Like, because she seeks vengeance and all that kind of stuff, it's like she kind of has like her moods where it's like she kind of loses control and she's just powerful and she kind of cares about this over anything, right? But didn't just kind of feel like she was, it never felt like, wow, I literally hate all people, I never want anyone joining me, I'm only after revenge. It kind of felt like kind of a normal person. It's just she's more drawn to revenge, right? To where she cares more about her goals than, you know, the right moral thing to do. But it never felt like, oh, because she's a demon, it prevents her from feeling human. And that's how it felt with Rokuro too. Like, Rokuro's just the same guy, just like he turned a demon and he still seeks his exact same goals. It's just kind of, he has the conviction, right? You know? And that's how it felt with Velvet. It's like, that's what keeps them from losing their minds. And it keeps them human. It's just, they also still have their forms. It's not like they see themselves completely as human because they know they're not. But it's like, it's really, they just are human, but with convictions of specific things that like draw them towards their goal. And that's what makes me feel like, why did she care about Oscar and Therese, when it's like, she did not like those people and they were stopping her from her goals specifically. So it's like, she feels guilty, but it's like she doesn't feel guilty about killing other people, even as like a normal person, you know? It wasn't ever like that. And so it just felt like suddenly it's not human. It changes her entire character to just be a super caring character when she was like never like that. It's like, that's what changed her experiences. And it's not like she hasn't killed before. And it's like that. It just seems weird. I can sleep at the inn. What do you mean? Artorias sacrificing her innocent brother was identical to Velvet defending herself from a dragon who was about to kill her. That couldn't be saved anyway. Yeah, exactly.
Welcome.
Thanks a bunch.
I don't understand. Yeah, she didn't really care about anyone but the people in her village, and then those two for some reason. Exactly, and that's the part that also makes sense for her to be more human. It's like she sees the people in her village with the fog, and it's like, I can see how that would completely disorient her, right? Or it's like almost can go back. You know, it's like, maybe things weren't that bad. You know, it's like, again, that's where it's like, okay, now I can see her way of thinking be different. But it's like, even then, she's like, no, I'm gonna kill these people now because I know they're not real and all this stuff, but doesn't feel guilt.
Man, these clothes
Doesn't feel guilt about killing any of these monsters or anything. But suddenly these people who, again, turn dragon, super evil, trying to kill her friends, trying to basically stop everything. No, suddenly now, huge amounts of guilt.
But it turns out they're practical.
Quite
It's
so.
just...
Perfect for the journey we're about to
So
undertake.
the reason Velvet felt guilty was because she killed Therese's brother in front of her, but the situations were still totally different. Turned themselves.
It looks like all the hype from the festival
even
settled down.
still. Plus, yeah, exactly.
Now
Plus,
everyone's
does she
talking
not
about the
realize?
shepherd.
Again, like, that's a part of the thinking too. Is that it's not even just like moral, right? She's thinking, if I had the chance to kill Artorias here, I would do it, and if I couldn't do it, I would die for it, and that's what she would want. And so she's like, okay, well, they want to do this, even if I find it stupid, and I killed this, and I know she wants to kill me just as much as I would want to kill Artorias, so it's either I have to die for her, or I have to kill her like I would want to be, you know? I would want to be tortured like this. So it's like, why would you feel guilty afterwards? I don't understand. But again, maybe that's just me completely misunderstanding the character from how I view the character. And that's why I feel like the endings are so much better, because we can see like the darkest part of her, And then we can see like the lightest part of her, and then we can see the middle ground of how they decide to do the story. But again, when they do things like that, it seems like even Saray here, right? It feels like he always makes the wrong decision to like let people live
Relax, those
or die.
Ruins?
When it's like he
What?
is powerful,
It's
he has a
okay.
team, and he has like things that he could kill, you know, and reasons to. So it just feels like if you're gonna have something where it just feels like all over the place. Showed flashbacks of Victoria's killing her brother in front of her, so it was supposed to be like, I'm just as bad as him moment, but it was really contrived. Especially because, yeah, like, well, obviously we've said, is that Artorias did it for his own reasons, right? And was selfish. Velvet didn't do it out of anything except defending herself. And that's always ever what it was. And even if she was in the wrong, it's still not, like, Oscar was willing to die and choose to do this thing to kill her. I feel like a lot of times it just changes the character completely with the split ending. Like if Velvet's just super chill in the good ending, that's just not even Velvet. Zestria's story was just a missed opportunity in general, obviously, right? Yeah, but I'm not saying like a good ending. I'm just saying one where she's more, you know, she does care, and she's more of like still trying to be as human as possible, right? Not like saying, oh, she's a good person. She's just gonna make the light of everything, but more of the better side of her. Right? And then the more darker side of her. Like, there was plenty of times where she just would have killed people, right? And she just didn't, right? Because they're like, oh, no, it doesn't make sense to do that. Like, even against, like, some of the Therians. Remember how it's just like, we chose not to kill the Therians? Or whatever, because, like, whatever. But it's like, she would just choose to do it, because that's more her goal. And then it's like, it can turn out bad, or anything like that. When it's not just, like, exactly the decision Velvet made. But I think when you have the sides that shows like the darker side of them and the lighter side of them, then the neutral one doesn't seem as bad, right? But when you have it, it feels like the game's just making decisions for you, and I don't like that. And plus, it's also just a scenario of like what ifs. Like, what if Velvet did kill the Therians instead of just conveniently saving them there and then it turning out well? You know, it's like where her decisions actually had consequences instead of conveniently working out. And like I said, a lot of times it isn't supposed to feel like something conveniently worked out, but because there's only the one story, it always will feel like things conveniently just worked out. I feel like you're constantly getting this burden of the shepherd thing, and yet Saray never even shows a hint of malevolence throughout the entire story. Yeah, plus it's like, you don't even feel like important in this game besides at the very beginning. Like, I don't feel like Saray is, like, anyone except just an average person that just has resonance, and the Seraph decided to join him. More than it's like, he's, like, this grand person, the last Seraph left, you know? But it's like, even in Berseria, you feel like you're just, like, a demon, but you're more powerful because your vengeance drives you. You know, more than these other ones do. You have more reason to be evil. And then, again, when you get, like, Rokuro and stuff like that, it's like, again, it's like you meet other people like that. So it's cool. Yeah, I just feel like it's hard to do a lot of the time. Especially because they feel out of left field. Like, why wouldn't Velvet kill these few specific demons? Exactly, and that's why it feels bad. Because again, it always feels like it's just a matter of convenience. And so it's like, oh, Velvet's gonna decide not to kill them because she's kind of growing as a person. And oh, because that, it turned out really, really well. But then she doesn't stay grown as a person, then she makes another mistake. And then here she feels guilty for this. Even, it's just like, it's so weird. Where am I going? I need... It's just explore Lady Lake. Where am I exploring? Is this time to go to the sewers? I'm guessing so. He's so pure of heart, so he's immune to everything that happened with Pat Shepard. Just doesn't matter. Yeah. Can you imagine if it was exposed that the Shepard was traveling with the leader of the infamous assassin group? Yeah, exactly. It's like, why is it never even brought up? It's like Rose's identity is just completely... Follow a dog? I did follow a dog. And I beat up werewolves, I beat up Lunar. To be fair, it's Explore Lady Lake once again. I think it must be the sewers. I've been literally everywhere but the sewers. Yeah. Exactly, though. It's like, it just feels like, why is Rose even there? Rose is convenient. And it's like, why is Rose even attached to us? Like, why does Rose care about us? You know, it's like she saves us because good in her heart. Something like that. I like how Luna rallied about the King of Romance to lure out Rose. and assassinate and hang them publicly and still
There's.
still
Now
just
I've
never
grasped
get
this
out the
area.
rose and assassin. Yeah, it's just like, again, it's just so all over the place.
Thank yous.
I don't know. I hate it. And like I said, it's like when you also have multiple endings, it's like you can still have impactful deaths like Dezel, right? Even though it was obviously not impactful. But like you can have that, but then also still have the other endings. Like, say it's a perfect way to throw in things.
That's more
Like,
like
if you do the good ending, you might lose Dezel because you didn't do the right things to stop something. Like we didn't kill Simone. You know? And to where it's like a way to where you can experience that. And again, then it's like
An
3 stories in
underground
one
waterway.
instead of thinking,
Sounds
oh,
worth
I'm doing
looking
just
into.
stupid stories and then the main
So
story.
one of them hasn't returned
But I
yet.
feel like that's how the game usually feels, but I feel like it ruins the whole game
Are you going?
when you don't have that. And that's again when time travel and stuff can be done well to like save characters or just change decisions, because then you get to see the characters actually make mistakes that matter, and it's interesting and there's actual character growth. But I feel like again, Velvet and Saray feel like the same characters all the time. They don't really go anything. It doesn't feel like they actually have much conflict going on, because it just feels like everything always works out for them. And it's like their decisions, they just always happen to make the right thing. So it's like, because I guess she felt guilty about killing that one group, it changed everything. But it's just like, I don't know. You don't remember when Dezel died and the writers forgot about him 10 seconds later? That's why you do character deaths well. If it didn't feel needed or like he deserved it, it kind of feels like they forgot about Dezel before they even killed him off. Yeah. I would say Zilla's story isn't that interesting either, but the cast is really good. I just feel like, again,
Would the
the
person
underlying
inside be
story,
okay if
like,
we hit
again,
them?
it's pretty much like anything, like anyone will say. Like, it's
with
more
their
about the
bodies.
journey, right?
Does
You can have a
that mean it's
couple
harder to
super
defeat
interesting
them?
plot
No,
twists and
I
characters
just
and just
meant
like
that the
development to
person
where it doesn't
inside
really
should be
matter
Well,
how basic
there's
the
some
main
good news.
story is. Again, we could just be the shepherd and saving the world, but you can do
Wonderful.
so much more with that. You
Splendid
know,
job,
even if you
Saray.
know the
Let's
game's
keep it
gonna
up.
start with you being the good guy, some conflict happening, but still in the end, you're gonna save the world, right? Like, again, even just Symphonia. Like, you have intent to save the world, then it kind of changes on what that even means. And still, guess what you end up doing? Saving the world. But it's like, that's not the point. You could say any stories like that. It's like all the stuff in between
you
that
think
matters.
door-
And I feel like a lot of times games just don't have any of that. Airbender, yeah. Okay, this is where I have to do the weird thing with inventory. Excuse me.
Just need.
Where's the knife? But yeah, I just feel like a lot of times they just don't do it right. And like I said, that's what I hate so much about doing, like, when you mix sci-fi bullcrap into it, is like, I feel like it's just a way of having an interesting story, but then you're kind of just like throwing it out for this like really obscure ending, because it has to be obscure for things to make sense. Like, no, it can just be something simple. You know? It doesn't make the game any better, and I feel like it takes away. Because again, like I said, it makes the scale seem so much worse, towards like fighting these 4 lords didn't matter at all, and everything you did was pointless, and all these people didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. Where it takes away everything, in my opinion. Like, the one thing I like about Berserker's story, the game feels like it's going somewhere even when it isn't, and I don't really love that story. To be fair, I think with Berseria, the thing that kind of carries it is that you're just enjoying the characters, and it's just like the characters exploring the world, right? It feels like they're just fugitives, and they're trying to accomplish their goal while also trying not to, get captured. And I feel like that's cool, because like all the things are basically
is what I
stopping it, and then you're trying
Really
to
let the-
essentially
Yeah,
stop what the
and-
other person's doing.
I will.
It's just, the thing is, it
Say,
doesn't feel like you're actively doing much a lot of the time, and then it seems like a lot of times you're kind of like second guessing the main objective. But it's like, I feel like that story works simply because
So then, is this
what's
still
it?
as-
This
It is like that, but it's like, I feel like it's so hard to ignore how bad like Artorias is, like, just as a character. It's like, again, he basically gives the illusion of depth, and I just find that like crazy that people can say that's good. It's like the whole point is that he wasn't going to be a faceless villain, right? And he was going to be interesting and like really, really like good, and he would have to go through stuff, but just like, it's not like that. Zestria does a good job of tricking you into thinking it's going somewhere too. I think the dinner at Bartolo's Palace was really well written. Yeah, it just feels like, again, the story's going somewhere. You know, like there's plot happening. But it's like you just wind up doing most random things. It's like,
I have
again,
no
I'm
idea.
fine with side quests. Absolutely love them, right? It's fun to have little side things. But it feels like so many of them are pointless.
Fluent surge! Fluent surge! Fluent surge! Ha! Tiger
And like
blade!
when you tie it into the main story, it's just bad. Like say even like the episodes, like the gem episodes, like I think they're good. I enjoy them, but like forcing you to do it in the main story doesn't make sense.
Ready? Let's get him! How's
It's like
this?
the entire point is like why add something that's like an extra thing that you do in a village if it's all mandatory? It just seems so weird.
Strike! It's over!
It's like I feel like the entire point is just to understand more about Helldog, right? But it's like I don't see how for the main story we even need to see any of those things. We know he's a bad guy, and the other stuff doesn't make him any less bad. It doesn't really tell us his reasoning either. So it's just essentially pointless. It's just some lore. A side quest with its own lore to lead us to lore on the bad guy. It's like, cool. It's like, why is that possible part of the main story if it's not even going to be in depth or good?
You can use it now.
What are you talking about?
It
I
is
just feel like,
time you
again,
knew the true power of the
there's
shepherd.
good Tales villains. And like I said, like even like Kratos is like, oh, he's helping you. Oh, he's a bad guy. Oh, actually, he's a good guy. Right? It's like, okay, see, that's a well-written character. It's not necessarily a villain, not necessarily a good person, kind of doing their
I bear
thing. It's
my
like it can be
true
good.
name.
Melchior was the best villain in that game. Artorias sucked. Shigure was there for no reason. Yeah, again, it's just like,
Recite that
those
name.
are situations where, again, I
Harness
feel
the
like
power that flows
multiple
from it and
endings
let
could
it
help.
become
Because they didn't
your
want to make,
armor.
like, Shigure just fight Artorias or help
That
you
is
or
the true power
do
of
something
the
to betray
shepherd.
him, because it kind of falls apart with you having to defeat him to get to Artorias, right? But it's like, Shigure,
Alright,
it isn't
I'll
the
give it a
entire
try.
point he joined was to get back at Artorias. He just didn't feel like powerful enough yet, until he just kept training.
Breakfast Mioma!
But it's just like, I don't know. It just seemed kind of pointless. Like I said, I will say, especially after
Wow.
playing this, I enjoy
I can
Berseria
feel
a
such
lot more
incredible power.
compared to this game,
Alright,
in pretty much every
time to
way.
finish
I do
this.
think though the Armatus is fun. I just feel like it takes away a lot of the Tales gameplay. Like it's not bad for just like a fighting game, but it does not feel like I'm playing a Tales game. But it's like it's so essential. But see, that's what I find weird, because I feel like that's how people felt about like Tales of Symphonia 2. Right? But then it makes you wonder why they don't get on a lot of these other things. Like Berseria for Therian Eyes being like so unbelievably important and like overpowered to where it kind of like is so poorly balanced where you kind of need it to get through some fights. But it's like, if you want to play other characters and things are
Way bigger than the
underpowered.
ones we've seen.
Like I say, I say the game's pretty balanced if you're not playing Velvet, right? Or you're playing Velvet bad.
Everyone okay?
Because like I felt like when like Rokuro or Miles B from Magulu was actually pretty powerful. But I felt for the most part it was pretty balanced with a lot of the fights. But it's like you just play Velvet and then you just feel invincible and spamming and you do so much more damage. There's so much bullcrap. And it's just like it can get boring. But it's also like it's fun to play. It's like Armatus. But see, the difference is you can't play the game without Armatus. So it's just like a thing. But I also think, again, after playing this, I do enjoy the dungeons and stuff in Berseria a lot more. I just think in every Tales game I've played so far, the achievements are just really, like, poorly done. I think whoever's like in charge of deciding the achievements for the Tales games really need to not be.
Oh, hey! So you make...
But
You really
I
saved
think
my
you
butt
just wanted to
back
fight
there.
Artorias
Thanks
with the
so
challenge
much.
of it, but he was waiting for the Armatus to be
It was
perfected.
nothing really.
Gotcha.
We
Oh yeah, waiting for Artorias to be more powerful, right? But again, it's like we don't even get to see that. It's like, I don't know. I emailed Bamco and told them that you don't like the 16 stack, they decided to increase it to a 25 stack. Thing is, it's like, I understand the point of like achievements that base you around using the systems. Again, fine. It's like even getting the Tails coins. Like, oh, you have to do some of the Tails coins. But it's like, they just make it to such a crazy degree. Like to where, in like the 16 stack, it pretty much requires skill extension, which is so much. And also most of them just require, what's it? New Game Pluses in general. And it's like, I feel like just to get achievements, New Game Plus should not be there. Unless, again, it's like super well done. But it's like, who enjoys grade farming? Has anyone been like, man, I love the grade system? It's again, I'm just convinced the devs don't go for any of the achievements or New Game Pluses, ever. It should just be get a high score on all minigames, not grind the meta minigame for 100 gazillion coins. Not fun at all. I don't even think Zilla or Rise have grade in the same way. Like I said, that's the beauty of Arise, though, and why I can respect it so much. I was able to get every achievement without going into New Game Plus. So then guess what? The grade farming and all that is optional. If I want to do New Game Plus with like some bonuses and stuff, or decide to grade farm for it, it is completely optional. And that is how it should be. Like I said, unless a game specifically has like a really good system for New Game Plus that adds a ton of new content that they just couldn't include in the base game, there is no reason. Where is Alicia? Is she just at our house? I like the grade system for being rewarded for doing fights well, but it's impossible to get even halfway there by ending. Yeah, exactly. That's what I find pointless, is that there's pretty much, you need to grade farm. There isn't just playing it. I feel like the only reason you even get grade from normal fights and not just specific fights or anything like that is just so then you're not at the end of the game with literally nothing. But I don't think there's a single time I played Tales game where I was like planning on going in New Game Plus and it doesn't require hours of grade farming to get to like a manageable level.
We'll do everything we
Yeah,
can.
if you do
but I'm
really
afraid
well
we
in
cannot
every fight, you
guarantee
should
a
have enough grade for
recovery.
everything. See, or are you saying that's how it
Yeah,
should
your
be?
zone-
Yes.
In which case, yeah,
Oh,
I agree.
Not at
Oh.
Please.
Yeah.
I also just think the grade farming, like if you're going out of your way for it, it's like it should just be.
You were investigating
to
the
do.
ruins, correct?
Well, yes.
I just find
that's
it
true.
crazy that it's so bad. I feel like that even in Symphonia, it's like that's obviously doing the playthroughs over again are going to be annoying. But it's like I feel like the entire point is like, oh, you couldn't fight the sword dancers and you couldn't do this, so it's like why not just like not have the grade and then you can get everything and it's like, oh, the XP you need to be able to fight these things and oh, these little bonuses to help you. It's like cool. But it's like you need all the carryover everything or else it's pointless to even go into New Game Plus. So you need the carryover everything. Like
She's
that's just
gone
not an
already.
option.
She's probably heading over to the
So it's like,
sanctuary.
why not just make that all entirely
She's
free?
quite the
It's like
tomboy,
basically that's how they want you to do it. It's like play
That
through the
Alicia.
entire game and play all the fights well just to be able to carry over your stuff. That's pretty much how it is. But if you want to actually make any difference in New Game Plus, you have to do a bunch of the grinding. Most inheriting in Symphonia is pretty low cost. Yeah, but to get any of the bonuses, like I said, I think we were like a fifth of the way there, and that's with me getting a majority of the achievements all in one playthrough on Symphonia. It's like even grinding to, I think, max level. It's like still. Where am I hearing what Alicia has to say, Jared? Yeah, but inheriting is usually pretty cheap. It's like, it still does that. Did you go to her house? Yeah, where it just was. Was she there? I talked to her, and then now I'm here, and now it says I have to hear what Alicia has to say. Yeah, to be fair though, it's like, you're also making it more difficult on yourself. That's where I already talked to her. That's where I just talked to her. I was there, I talked to her, and then it played a cutscene, and there, unless she's still there? I feel like if she was there, it would show the quest marker though. Yeah. And I don't think she was at the palace, because I think that's the next step. Head back to the sanctuary? Okay. Yeah. Mostly I just feel... Can you pull up the map? Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm sorry, here, I'll pull up the guide for you. Oh, let me just talk to... Oh. Good game. Open world. Love it. Big fan. Don't worry. We're assuming she's in the sanctuary. Okay. That makes sense though, right? Why would she not be there? Right? Meant the world map thing? Okay. Well, there's nothing there. And a Lady Lake can go to the weapon shop. Ooh! They're selling some stuff. That's cool. The inn. Smoked salmon. We got some dungeons. If you get the first letter from every word and put it into a haiku backwards, it says sanctuary. Oh, you're right. That was fast. Yeah, pretty quick. I like a calculator. I was thinking of Zestria that has the maps. Yeah. Like I said, that's... Zestria literally looks like actually like...
It looks
I would say
in the
5 times a
game.
better game to play than this. Like, after the amount of time I've sunk into it, it is just 5 times better. And if I were to go into both games with information, like even to get all achievements, right? Just knowing like how the game works a bit better and how the achievements work and just the systems work, I legitimately think Zestria would be like sub 100 hours to get everything if you're just going from it. Still would require New Game Plus though, just for Tails coins. That's what the remasters were. The shows are fun stream idea. But see, I believe that this game, that even if I would have done things better, I don't really think it changes anything. Because it's still just random grinding to get random things to allow me to potentially progress. And then I still need to get like all this stuff, like the New Game Plus thing. I also just don't know if I want to buy like every weapon. Because I feel like I should stop and just buy some things that give me like what I'm looking for. But I just don't have like a ton of money. But I don't want to just have nothing. But I also don't want to sit there and farm. Okay, that's a ribbon. I don't need a ribbon. Also, does this gear actually seem kind of like good? Or is that just me? Yeah, for sure. Like, I feel like it's like actually keeping some of the things. Like, I feel like I had like the penetrating stuff. Like, it was actually keeping in mind the old things I had. Maybe not though. Maybe it's just a huge cope. Whoa, guys, look! We have the thing. We're crazy. What happened to Mikleo? Story. The story got him, guys. It's unlucky. It happens. I just don't know if it's worth leveling some of these other titles. I really don't. But it's like, I don't want to use my maxed out titles. Rondo of Light! Ha ha ha! Or something. Soldier goes crazy. What even is that? Is that just the sack thing? Plus 20 to all. It honestly is pretty mediocre. I'm not gonna lie, but it's somewhat useful. I mean, it is 20 in every stat. That's pretty good. Waterfall at the Galahad Ruins. Is that over here? Or is Galahad Ruins the sewer dungeon? You can get plus 20 in every stat from one fight. What do you mean? What does that even mean? Is there any... I'm gonna see if there's any mods. I wonder if there's like a quest marker mod that I could use. Or like some sort of like gear mod that lets me just like see gear easier or what I should be doing. I think it's extremely good early game. End game though, I can see it being useful. Because I mean, again, it is still 20 in every stat. I just don't see it being super strong. Yeah. The thing is, I want to stream Symphonia and Vesperia. I really do. And like I said, I could buy them on Steam. They aren't even that expensive. I think I can get both games for like 20 bucks. Maybe not right this second, because the sale might have ended. But it's just, playing them, I feel like could be fun. But it's like, even this. It's like, as much as I hate this, I've learned so much from going for even just these achievements and everything. Where it's like, I have such a good idea of like, just like the systems and just how things work. Like even grade and grade farming and pretty much everything. And like the combat, obviously. And even like the team building, kind of what I'm looking for stat-wise. Where it's cool. And like, especially in Berseria, I feel like it was so good compared to what I would have gotten out of a first playthrough. But that's where it gets more. Where is the water? I don't know where I'm going. The main issue is the enemies get way faster than you unless you stop to grind ever. Yeah, that's the hard part about this New Game Plus. Genuinely, I have no idea like when and where to farm for gear. The shops are good, but I also need money. But then do I just stay on like normal or go to hard and just fight enemies? I might also turn it up to hard, because I feel like these enemies aren't even that bad. I thought you were doing one simple. That's what I was planning on doing because it doesn't really matter. But I just kind of need gear. Looks like the runes were connected to a meadow switch. So you lied to me, Jared. You're a liar. The village looks sewery. My God. Jared's like, I want to be here all week. Let's go for a slow run, guys. No, it's fine. I'm having a blast. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I might sue you, though. That's a good idea. I'd sue you for all you're worth, but... Yeah, mine was a joke, too. Now I gotta find my way out. Okay. Does it say Galahad Ruins when you bring up the missions? It does say Galahad Ruins, I just didn't know where it was, but it's an unmarked part of my map, to be fair. And then I was saying where it was, and then Jared said it was the sewers, so I'm like, okay, I guess we're going to the sewers. And then we weren't. Because I even left the town thinking it was one of those areas, but then... It's fine. Yeah, Hero forgot every dungeon in this game looks the same. Yeah. And that, I know every map and every name by every map. Well, actually, it was more like, I'm going this way, and I'm like, it's probably one of these locations, but let me ask Jared. Where's the Galahad Ruins? The sewer. Okay, you know? It's nice to put my faith in Jared every once in a while, you know? He never disappoints. And then, yeah, it's tough. Okay, time to take a gamble. Where is the Galahad Ruin? Is it that dungeon up there? The unmarked dungeon? Maybe. Maybe not. Fine. Fine. Said something about south. Oh, well, it's probably south from the highest point of the map. So, it's just near the top. Okay, well, I can't get there from this way, so I think I have to actually go all the way around. You know, I'm really glad that this, like, shows, like, right here. You see how, like, right there, that little centerpiece, it shows there's a rock blocking the way that I'm gonna need an ability to get back. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. I want to actually have a sit-down discussion with the devs, and I want an apology. I want a genuine, heartfelt apology for what they did to me. And maybe some sort of coupon. Because I'm angry, and I'm angry at them. Say that about every game? Yeah, well, every game just gets worse and worse. They're supposed to get better, guys.
On Earth?
Here it comes, Alicia.
Remain calm. Just attack it like you would any other creature.
Ready?
I'm thinking, how can it go downhill from Zestria? Well,
Flow and surf. Hang on, everyone.
Come here.
I'm thinking old game.
Let us
This
relish
isn't even an old game. It came out in like 2016. And you know what's crazy? Base Vesperia plays better and looks better in this game. People still cling to Symphonia desperately. Well, they're weird? No. And wrong and probably bad game, okay. This game is actually in 2015. Well, tomatoes, potatoes, or whatever. Yeah, that's not an old game, Jared. It's not an old game. Sonic Adventure came out in like 2000. Depends how you look at it, though. Have you guys seen the horror movie Obsession? I've heard about it, and it sounds like a kind of horror movie I would dislike. They say it's a good horror movie, but I'll wait till the discussion's over for it. Get another bad joke I did on a roll. The main character is played by Mick Leo. What does that mean? Like they have the same voice actor, but it's not a voice actor, it's the person who voice acts Mick Leo? Interesting. Yeah, for me, I think horror movies, it's a lot like art, you know, to where people are just objectively wrong. They say like art and stuff like that is more about, you know, a viewpoint. You know, you have to see what they were going through. But I don't think so. I think art can just be bad, right? And it's like you can have a good movie content. And like I said, especially with horror movies, it is the absolute worst thing, right? Horror movies basically live off a concept and then have about an hour and a half to 2 hours of literally just a concept that has no thing to it.
Consider
And it is probably the worst thing because a horror movie, I don't think I've ever been satisfied with a horror movie ending. Exactly. Call for Bird Box. Yeah, exactly. Bird Box, like, ooh, imagine there's a concept where something makes it to where you can't look, but you don't know what it is, and people are just scared. So everything's going to take place inside, and the scariest thing is a curtain opening. And they run somewhere to escape outside, and they avoid the mist that is nothing, and then they're free, and they did it. So what was the point? There is no, I don't watch horror movies, I'm too scared for them. That's what you'd think, but horror movies aren't scary. That's the issue, is there's basically three types. There's the bad horror movies, Cough Cough, Bird Box, you know, where the concept is supposed to be scary, right? Nothing happens. There isn't even like jump scares. There's nothing to it. It's basically just the most useless thing you've ever seen, and it's just a concept that's bad, right? Which what I hear is kind of like Obsession. It's like a concept of something, but then it kind of ends bad. It's just like stupid, even though it's like kind of good, but it's like, you know, can't do it. No, I have not. But it's like same with Smile. Like I feel like Smile, people said was actually pretty good, but it's like I bet it's just a concept that these smiling people do something. We never know what they do, but they smile, right? And that's like really creepy and unsettling. And so it's like maybe it's a disease, maybe not, right? I don't think it's a real movie. Gotcha. Snake.
Ready, everyone? That missed me out. Guess we can't hit them by flailing our weapons. Burning shard. Not yet.
But yeah,
It's
and then
amazing
you
how
have
they
just
can move
like
without
jump
arms and
scare,
legs.
right? Which is like, okay.
Well,
Which
that
again,
was quick.
I feel like can be good, you know. Because that's like basically like what
Careful.
thrillers are,
Yes.
right? Just keep your adrenaline up at all time.
What?
A little bit of suspense just for
Where?
jump scare, right? That's fair. That's a horror movie, I guess.
Burn.
Then you have like kind of the what I would consider the kind of horror movies I like, where it's either like all in your head, you know, like where like it's just like
They're
you have to
resistant
think
to
the entire
fire.
time, where it's like the concept's
power's no
scary and
use
everything's
on
happening,
them.
but it's like you have to think like what
We
if?
have
It's like
no other
you're almost
choice.
panicking at situations, you know, because like you're so immersed in what's happening. Because again, it's like it's just keeping your mind always
Protect
running,
everyone.
you know.
Now's my chance.
And then there's even things like you know, like Saw, where it's like not really even a good horror movie, but there's cool things. But again, like you're thinking, right? It's like, oh, it sucked to be in this situation. It's like, how would I get out? It's like, oh, that sucked, right? So it's like again, I would consider that kind of on the same level. But it's like a lot of like horror movies are like that. Which again is kind of like what I more like. Like I like there being scary and like there being killers and all that, but it's mostly just about
I must try harder.
Blue flag.
Wow.
But then there's things like just body gore, which in my opinion is like the worst. Because I feel like the entire point is just like, it's not scary, no concept scary, there's no good story. It's just like, let's put needles in people's eyes, let's rip people's fingernails off, let's just like torture them. It's like, you know, it's like, no, that actually is just like gross. I don't want to see that.
Sure hope this is edible.
It's like Human Centipede and stuff like that. It's like, no, that's literally just like gross. It's not like scary, it doesn't make you think. It's just like, it's literally just awful. Right? But some people are into it and think like those are good movies. But it's like even say something like Final Destination.
now.
It's literally just gruesome, untimely deaths, and it's just like awful, right? Because you're just like
Lila.
paranoid, but you're not
Did you
really
do that?
thinking because it is just supposed to be absurd. But it's like just gross body gore and panic and just, you know. And so it's just like, no. And so I feel like it's just like a lot of things are done bad. But like I said, I think if like conceptual horror, like again, like something like Obsession or something like that, but it's like actually done well, can be really, really good. It's just, it needs to have actually a good thing behind it, like a good source and stuff like that. But a lot of times they just don't. So it's like, there's just this evil thing that randomly appears that has some random evil objective, but you have no idea what it is. You have no idea what the threat even is. There's nothing. Resident Evil seems terrifying, but that doesn't make it scary. Uh-huh. But, like I said, there's definitely good horror movies. It's just, again, I feel like it's done really poorly a majority of the time.
Oh, great Seraphim,
And so it just
whose
makes it
blessings-
really, really bad. So it's like, I can
I
like
know
watch something. Like,
I
did you
told
see
you,
the stupid
well,
monkey one? I remember seeing that trailer on YouTube a couple of times,
that's
just like as a
one way to
random
ask
ad.
a favor, I guess.
Where it's like it's a monkey, and they're trapped in a house, and there's a monkey. Find the seraph who will become Lord of the Land. Okay, Jared, where is Uno? Unless that's not what I'm actually doing. Falkland Hillside.
It was very
So, you know what's
serene.
crazy? It's a good thing I know where that is.
I think this helped the priest
Or else we'd
as
be
well.
doomed. I love my open world game. It's really fun. So my line, I didn't say the grass here. That's actually true. Somewhere grassy. I think there's some enemies there. I think it's either north, south, but then also a little to the west and east. So, be careful. See, but then Jared would be like, at the bridge. I'm like, okay, Jared, grassy area, there's enemies, I'm at the bridge. You're like, that's weird. You now leave Lady Lake and take the southern exit to Lake Haven Heights to reach Volcano Side. Well, this is pretty south. Zilla Remaster has mission markers for everything. I'm telling you, it is going to feel so good playing, hopefully, Zilla or Grace's Remaster or Final Fantasy 16 after this game. It is going to feel, there's nothing they could do. There's nothing they could do. But see, it's like, I have to torture myself for this. I have to, right? I think we can all agree on that. To prove a point, right? And to prove it to people. And it's the same with I did Brazaria, right? I have to do it so you don't have to.
We're invested.
Right? Like, if I were to sit here and do Symphonia, you guys would gladly watch it, right? Gladly. You guys would be ecstatic to watch it. But you guys would never do it. And you're fine with that, because I'm the one who had to suffer. You guys can be watching, or eating something, chilling, playing a game alongside. You know what I have to do here? I have to sit here and suffer.
Like this? To ordinary people, it probably looks like a huge water spout.
It looks pretty strong.
Not silently.
This rising toilet tax, it spins and plunges into you.
Return surge.
It was crazier is you could also just not fail the research. You just do it right the first time. But that would be too easy. Part of the challenge.
Be careful.
Vermilion Crescent, trap them! Purgatorial Flame! Ready? I'll strike you down! Return to void!
This is a hellion.
Playing
You
Shogun
okay?
right now, yada
Sorry.
yada yada.
I'm fine.
I've done more playthroughs of Symphonia than I can count. I wouldn't mind if you stopped playing this game and went on to something else. Yes, but see, you're wrong. You say that, but really you're like, he does that, I'm gonna be so angry. I'll hate him for it. It's like, what's Javen if he can't even 100% Zilla, right? Is he too weak? Is he too small?
I finished preparing the gel.
Yeah, exactly. But every game. And see, sometimes I'll just take the L. See, but you won't be able to say that once I 100% it, right? You'll be like, I never 100% it, but I know you did, because you wasted more time than me. But see, it'll be like a cool way, right? Where it won't feel like that. The point is, I'm telling you, Symphonia won't even be that bad after this year. I don't think it'll be that much research. I think we'll be chilling, right? We'll just enjoy it. We'll just enjoy it. You can just tell me when I gotta talk to people, when I gotta make decisions. It'll be fun. You have a phone, Jared. You have a tablet. You don't need a PC to do research, Jared. For yours, actually? It's on Xbox. The Xbox you use. I have over 400 hours in Zestria for no reason. Nice. I don't, like I said, Symphonia, I can't bring myself to do. I think the closest we're gonna get is that if a remaster is coming out, we might play the first one casually, right? Not get all the achievements, just play it through casually, right? And then we'll 100% the remaster. Because it'll be so much easier and so much more fun. Okay. Well, that's because it's you, Jared. You haven't accomplished anything. Technically, I beat it. I just had to use accessibility build, but that's still beating it. So. And I got all the achievements. Did you ever get all the achievements in Celestial? Self-locked with God mode. If there's a will, there's a way, Jared. And that's how I like to see it. When is shovelware stream? Never. I will never play a bad game. That's my motto. I did Farewell Roar, okay? Is that really your motto? Depends on time of day. What was my motto? Is the fact that I'll never play a bad game on stream. You guys want to peek something? Look at this. Look at this. I can set so many boons. So many boons. I forget what this other one I used. I think I might have leveled this guy up a little extra. But... might as well get that. Healing air. Okay. To be fair, I think this is pretty useless where we're at. Oh, God. You guys just remind me of how many bad games. My God, why do you guys gotta remind me? Why are you guys gonna actually do this? It's like... where's the attack guy? Is he just gone? Not here? I gotta find him? Listen. Hi-Fi Rush and Silksong we didn't 100%, and that's because they were genuinely terrible games. Hand, we got pretty close. We did a lot of this stuff, and maybe even got a lot of the achievements. It's just we didn't fully finish out the gallery. What else? Octopath Zero? We'll do, at some point. For sure. Digimon Survive, we played off stream. And Digimon Survive was a blast. I don't regret that. That was really fun. God Eater? Pretty bad. Pretty bad, I will say. I think it was a good filler game, though. I read it for you. There were some bad things. See, I think, though, we can look past a lot of the bad, right? For how much good. Right? There was good. Petland, okay.
Can you?
Petland was good. I don't know how that game isn't, like, Game of the Year. No. Island Saber? That we did stream, actually. No. Also, Voice in the Crowd, I think after this game, like I said, we're going to play some kind of random games that aren't really related, like Final Fantasy 16, maybe Monster Sanctuary, some Indivisible, and then we might even do Sonic Adventure 2. To be fair, we don't have to 100% Sonic Adventure 2 at least, because we already did that besides the battle modes. However, Sonic Adventure 1, I didn't 100% on Steam, so I might just do that. And I never did the trial modes, and I hear those are really bad, but I might do them. Plus, I know you have to use Metal Sonic and clear all his stuff, but that's just Sonic twice. So, we'll maybe see about that. We'll see. Maybe shovelware? I didn't... see, the thing is that there's games I, like, disliked, but I still wouldn't consider them, like, bad games. And Final Fantasy 13 was one of them. I cannot stand that, like, pseudo, like, live, but also turn-based. Like, Eternal Sonata? Absolutely. Big fan. Good game, right? However, Final Fantasy 13, again, I think the story was there, and I really liked how it was going. And it's like, some part of, like, the building and stuff was fun. But I could not. The gameplay was just so difficult and so unfun to do. Yeah, I think mission mode is needed for all achievements, yeah. Like I said, when I played it before, I played it on GameCube, and so I got, like, all the emblems and stuff, which included, like, Chao Garden. It's just, I didn't even know mission mode was a thing. And plus, also, clearing everything on Metal Sonic I didn't do, because, again, I unlocked Metal Sonic, and this stuff was the same as Sonic, so I just didn't do it. But I'm pretty sure that's also achievements to do everything for Metal Sonic. I really do want to replay Aiden and Sea of Stars with the DLCs. I also like there's Unicorn Overlord I really want to get around to. Ain't no way we streamed Cod Team. Yeah, we did the Nightmare. The Nightmare playthrough.
I cannot
I
believe
got
this.
all emblems except for Chow Garden. Didn't bother with mission mode. To be fair, Chow Garden is just, it's so tedious. Pull an Alfred and just feed him in. Which I know you can at least do in the Steam version. To be fair, I think Sonic Adventure 2, some of those things, I don't even know how long it fully took us to complete it, but it was tough. I think, to be fair, a lot of it just requires you kind of need to watch a video to understand what you're doing. Because I know some of the ones that took me forever, obviously, were like the Tails and Eggman stages, because like I just didn't know where I had to get combo. And for Sonic and Shadow stages, like the speed stages, it was only tough because a lot of times you just had to do tricks at certain parts, and it wasn't just about going fast, but it's like it was hard to tell what things were going to give me more points. And then sometimes it's just random when like something would be like a radical or a extreme. So it was tough. Yeah, I use YouTube videos for Sonic Adventure to 100% and Sonic Heroes 100%. Not for everything, but for some. Well, the one thing we didn't even attempt was the hunting stages, getting the 50 rings or 100 rings or whatever. That we just looked up. We did not try a single time. Like I said, I think Sonic Heroes seems like it could be really fun with knowing everything. But since I don't know everything, I think it would actually be the most unfun thing we've done. Well, that's not true. But
Please.
need to remake? I agree.
Yeah.
Again, some of those games, I'm only replaying if they ever come out with a remake. Like, I am not going to play Sonic 06 unless there's a remake. I'm not going to play Sonic Heroes unless there's a remake. Not even just because of the lag or anything. It's just, I don't feel like doing a stupid emulator or anything for it. I just don't feel like doing it. It's like, even if Sonic 06 came out for, like, Xbox One, like, backwards compatible and everything, I'd be chilling. But what about Project 06? That, it's just, like, it's, like, fan-made. And I don't really like the fan-made stuff. Like, I would be okay playing it, but it's, like, streaming it as well as, like, 100%ing. It doesn't feel the same, you know? Like, it's hard to take it seriously with a lot of the fan-made stuff. But I think that's more of just how I see it. Hey, treasure hunting 100 rings does not have an exploit, at least. Yeah. Or does? Yeah, because the back ring. I was about to say, I'm like, it kind of does, though, doesn't it? I'd rather pay for $100 and sell it back to like that PC. Okay. I think Sonic Heroes legitimately has a lot of potential to be really fun. I just think it was done really, really bad. I don't know if it's because it was rushed or they had a different dev team or something like that, but it was bad. And I've played it on, like, again, at least 2 different systems.
Don't you think you're overdoing it here, Saray?
I know I played on GameCube, but I'm pretty sure I played it on either, like, PlayStation or Xbox or something. Or maybe I did just play it, like, really far apart both on GameCube. I feel like I remember the controls being different.
I don't know that
Heroes 100% was terrible, but the main game I think is fun. I think it's just annoying. Like, that's the hard part. Like, it's very hard to enjoy just making your way through the story because there's so much funkiness. And, like, each stage takes, like, 30 minutes if you don't know what you're doing. Because, like, we emulated it the one time and Jared was playing through and he was struggling hard in that game. Like, really, really badly. For me, it's just, I could not do some of the stupid things. Like I said, I've watched a good bit of the speedruns. Like, a good bit. And even still, like, it does not translate super well unless you know, like, straight up how to do some of the tech. Like, some of it's just, like, understanding how, like, the movement and leveling your characters works and what kind of stuff's good for certain things. But it's like, I don't know how to do the... I forget what it is, but it's like on the speed unit where you do the kick, but then the kick gives you momentum. It's basically like a super bounce. And it's also, you can do the weird big belly flop bullcrap and stuff, but it's like, that I could probably learn pretty quick. But it's like, I still would just be jumping off the map and being confused, so. Super Tamer guys. And maybe it's the most complex 3D platform where I've played and doesn't realize. I think, yeah, I think it is just a very complicated game.
Who knew the kitchen
Because
was
it's like,
connected
it
to a
wants you to
place
do
like this?
super hyper-specific things. Because there isn't just like, with Sonic Adventure, I feel you had so many like forms of movement and like damage and stuff that you kind of, it was either very linear or you had so many options. But in Heroes, it feels like
Bones knew about this route.
it's very open
Still,
to like do
seems
stuff,
like
and
an
it's like you
awful
need to
lot
fight
to go
enemies.
through
Sometimes
just
you
to
can skip
deliver a
enemies and all that.
warning.
But it's like you need to know how to do a lot of the tech to avoid those fights, or you need to just know how to play the game as intended really well, which is just very hard to do. Like I said, I think it would benefit a lot from a remake, and I think it would be better for them to try and remake Sonic 06 and Heroes before they do Sonic Adventure 1 and 2. Because I think Sonic Adventure 1 and 2 are at least playable in their like current things, and it's like
That must be
legitimately
the
a fun
source of the
game.
malevolence.
However,
It
I
looks
feel
like
like Heroes,
an echidna.
like obviously would
Such
be like a
deep
different game, and some people even
It
enjoy the
must
base
have
now.
quite a
But I think it would benefit a lot more
Charge attacks. They're
than
deadly.
Sonic Adventure 1 and 2, and obviously like Sonic 06 and stuff as well. Also, am I crazy? Because I'm doing this on hard.
Pirate light.
But am I just doing like a ton more damage, or do I forget to turn up the difficulty?
Get lost!
Hellions are very resilient.
I guess I also do have double damage, to be fair.
Dancing football right in the middle! Flow forward! Burning echo! Vermilion crescent! Molten wall! Pillars of flame!
Morning fire.
Crimson flame!
Wait,
May it burn your soul!
wait, did I always have this? I feel like I chose carry over Mystic Arts
The
last time. I
strength
don't
of the
remember it
knight
actually letting me
exists to
do it.
protect, and their kindness serves
crazy.
the people.
Henry, did that actually change it to hard mode? Yeah, okay, so I'm just way better than I was before. And it has nothing to do with the fact that
That was
double damage.
the tough.
Snack, snack, snack. I still need to get all snacks. I will read chat. It's just, you know, kind of tough when I'm like also trying to play the game when it requires constant active inputs. You know how it goes. Also, this thing is really good. I'm glad I picked this up. It's gonna be really good when I get stunned. But how often have I really gotten stunned even in the game? So.
Enemy.
Tornado stupid. That's the last thing I read. Yeah. To be fair, again, after watching speedruns, you can do a lot of stuff because I think tornado's used in some of the tech. And homie attack also only sometimes hits, sometimes locks on, sometimes life. To be fair, homie attack is notoriously bad. Same with the light speed dash in every Sonic Adventure and Heroes. I don't think homing attack ever has iframes, but there are some enemies that can damage you in homing attack if you hit them at the wrong angle. Most of the spear enemies. To be fair, homing attack is also just pretty useless in Heroes. Not like super useless, but like it's not one hits. So it kind of takes away the point. Most spear enemies. You mash those buttons way harder this time. I mean, yeah, play better. Quick flood the chat so we can't read it. True, you just get O-code contrary to every other game.
Me. Let's prepare for our next battle.
I don't know. I am just... What's it? I want to play, like, those games. It's just... Again, it's the commitment. Like, say, Sonic Adventure, at least, I want to play, like, on stream. I think it would be fun to do again. It's just, could I really do it that fast to where we wouldn't be wasting a month on it? Probably. I don't think it would actually take us a month to even 100% Sonic Adventure 1. To redo Sonic Adventure 2 would probably take a bit longer, but I think we would do it faster than last time. But I don't know if I'd want to commit to doing either of them 100%, but
Can't hold back if we want that.
definitely
It looks like a pig, but it must have been human before.
Even if
Adventure 2 again,
Seraphim
because that's just a
sleeps and
longer
eats all
game,
day, that's
and
what
I feel
happens.
harder too.
A bodiless hellion?
Made when a
Also-
dead body is possessed by a Hellion.
Just
When
the
it
only
said
thing
faster
you
art
can
leveling, I already have
What a
Crimson Cross.
formidable opponent.
I didn't have that until like way later. What level am I? 20? Like that seems insane. Like I knew it said faster art leveling, so I expected to have like some things a little bit sooner, but what? Sonic Adventure 2 was a little easier to pull off the animal glitch. I felt like it was honestly easier in the first game, but to be fair, I also played Sonic Adventure 2 on Steam and Sonic Adventure 1 on Xbox, so maybe the Xbox version is just more cooperative than the Steam version. I mean, obviously that, or not Xbox, GameCube, more cooperative.
I better get it together. All this fighting sure makes me hungry.
Because in Adventure 2, you can pet your child, keep them in places. Yeah. I don't think I messed up the glitch a single time. To be fair, I know the main issue I made is that the games function differently with the chows. Because I forget one of them, which I think... I thought it was the first one. But it's like, your chows don't have any, like, potential, so it's literally just... You have to feed them to certain stats first, because then they can reach a higher maximum. But then in the other game, it's not like that, where you don't have to worry about doing a specific order, just basically feed their stats, because they have, like, basically capped at stuff. But I remember I did it wrong in both games, because I did it in the first game by trying to just level up all the stats, but it's like, no, you have to level them up in a certain way. And then the second game, I tried leveling them up with, like, whichever one I wanted first, but then that was just specific stats. So... That's why doing them again, I think I would do a little bit faster. Because I know in the second game you can bring them to like the doctor to check their stats. But it has chow drives and you can level up some stats without leveling down others. I knew that, but it's more just how the chows function as a whole is different. Because the chows in the second game just have base stats and then they have their maximum they can reach. But in the first one, it just depends on what order you feed them. Like say, if you do a lot of flying first, they just become more proficient in flying, and so their flying just can reach a higher maximum at level 99. But in Sonic Adventure 2, it's not like that. And it's... So, I don't know if it's still the best bet. Yeah. I think, yeah, both teams kind of use it. Because I feel like the drives are pretty useless. See, what I find funny is that, did the devs actually ever intend you to do the thing without the glitch? Because that would actually take... Do the roar? Trick 5 or whatever doesn't come out for some time. Maybe then. Like a Tales game, true. See, that's the beauty of older games though, so there's so many exploits that make it better. It's just tough, because I feel like a lot of older games were more difficult, but then exploits made them easier or more interesting. But then a lot of newer games are a lot of the time easier, but then if something is annoying, like say Octopath the Gold Era, there's a lot of times not really cheese you can do. What about the Brawl crossover? That's because of Shrek 4 though, or Shrek 5. I don't know. I just want to be able to play some of these games. And some of the new games, like I said, I think the only new games that we bought were Final Fantasy 16 and Shining Resonance Refrain. I'm pretty sure those are the only ones that we haven't played yet. But then we have Monster Sanctuary, Fate Tactics, and Indivisible that we want to replay. Especially Monster Sanctuary and Indivisible. And then also Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. I want to try and learn some of the speedrun tech and potentially 100% the first game just for the achievements. Just a nice little break and have some fun.
No one has done
Oh
any
yeah, we do have
work on
Sunset
it?
Overdrive.
Excuse.
So we might do that as well. Did we get the DLCs for that or no? Or yeah, because the PC version just comes with all the DLCs, right? If I remember correctly. So yeah, we do have some good games to do. It's just again, it's time. Because with off-stream games, a lot of times I can have more time to play them than the stream games, and that's what annoys me about Overwatch so much. Is that it digs in like
Oh, that's a
at like
curious
bare minimum
outfit.
an
Yes.
hour, but usually like 2 to 2.5 hours of stream time. And so it makes these games take long. But it's like I also want to play these games and make my way through these games so I can play the other ones. But like I do want to go for the achievements. It's just it takes so much time to go for
Do
achievements.
you have?
And so it's
Hey,
tough.
I'd
But
like
it's
to...
like also I'm getting my money's worth out of these games. You know, for sure. It's like it's tough. That's why it's just I don't like when they're this long to get achievement. Like I feel like 60 to 80 hours is what I'm aiming for a game. Like that's what I want out of trying to do stuff. Like I'm fine with it being like a 30 or 40 hour base game and then like 20 to 40 hours get all achievements and side stuff. I'm fine with that. That's good. It's just tough with games like this because they have like more of a 60-hour main story, which again, fine. It's like, you know, it can be a little longer, but it's like not even 100 hours. It's like 180 hours to get this stuff. But it's like I do want to get the achievements. Because like, again, a lot of times they're not just hard to get. Like say I wouldn't consider any of these like difficult. Maybe like the held off things, but again, it's more just get resources. So it's again, your point, what is difficulty? Is difficulty just time consuming and grindy and annoying? Is that what makes it difficult? Is the reason this game is hard to complete and get the achievements for is strictly because of the time it takes, or is it because the game's hard? It's like technically, I would say it's just the time, but sometimes the time is the hard part for a lot of people. So it's like it's tricky.
Ha! Be gone! Ready? Line of fire!
Take out Syrians who use arts with hidden
Run
arts.
away! Dancing flames!
They're connected.
Dancing
They have
flames!
enough range.
Crown for force! Burning echo!
Okay, I should. Okay, never mind. I wanted to actually put a spell on. You're gonna pull me on Leo. Play the good games first. Yeah, but the thing is, like, again, if I were to do that, we would have never gotten around to Zestria or Bizarria.
Eager to get eaten by the dragon
And
that pounds its
I knew
power.
I would regret not doing them at all.
By my hand, here and now.
Here it is! Open the way forth!
But it just wouldn't it suck if we just never played them and we would have missed out on some of the stuff? Why play the bad ones? You could argue that, yeah. But like if I did that, we would never play Overwatch or Brawlhalla again.
Whoa, hold
We
up,
would
I'm
literally
sorry.
never be playing
Sorry,
them.
all right?
We would have dumped them.
That's
And it's like also with streaming, it's pretty important. Because streaming for clipped and just this stuff, like, you can't tell me that the engagement isn't higher. Like, say now, the engagement's pretty high. The engagement's high on Overwatch, at least
Just a moment.
for the most part. At least on like TikToks and stuff, not really as much stream. And Brawl is with both. That's not stupid, Herod. You look sick. And it's like, I could play the good games off stream, and sometimes I do. But I usually play whatever. Like right now, my off-stream game, like, you know, I bought Nep. I played the Neptunia Sister v Sister, got all the achievements there, and that was fun. It was chill. It was kind of bad, though. Like,
Care to
gameplay-wise,
prove
but it was for the
Shepherd?
most part, like,
As if
fun.
you could.
And then I have World Seeker right now and ZZZ. And honestly, streaming ZZ would probably be cool if there was enough to do.
Vermilion Crescent! Molten Roll!
Have your comments or people telling you you're bad at Overwatch and look at this guy's bad take. Yeah, farming engagement.
Such.
Rage bait. Yeah, exactly. 1v1 them? See, but why would I 1v1 them when I can just say I'm masters, I'm better than them, right? Because the majority of those people making those comments are probably lower ranked, and if they're higher ranked, then it just doesn't matter.
I'm glad.
See, and what's crazy is that opinions are just invalid either way. Because from a high rank, you don't understand low rank. They are different games. You don't have a team. You cannot convince me that they're the same amount of team play, right? So it's like, you don't understand what it's like to be at a low rank. At least in the current metas. Where you don't know what characters are going to be good in a low rank. And you don't know how toxic it can be. That's why Elo Heck is a term people use. Is because it's not just the higher rank that's tougher. They noob to the lower ranks and no life to the higher ranks. Yeah, exactly. And that's why it's good to sit in like something like Masters. Like, I'm higher than most people, even though I don't play the game, but I'm good, right? So it's like, because of low playtime and being like a decent rank, I can always just say, oh, I could be higher rank if I played more rank. you know, but only playing towards drive and being masters is like pretty good. So it's like, it's not a no life, right? But it's also like, I know what the quick play's like, and I can still say I played competitive, right? So it's kind of a perfect mix. UQ with the masters and quick play, dude. That's try hard. I play with my gold friends in quick play because I don't want to lose rank. There's a difference. Tycoon's gold, laugh at him. Yeah, but Tycoon got the gold without me, you know? I can win this, right? No, actually, not at all. Let me run.
Flames of Crimson! Pyrogenic ring!
I get to die without you. Xbox! Oh
Let's
my
just get out
god.
alive.
I need like a cough drop or something. That was a tough one. You leached my rank. You got me to gold. You keep forgetting though. We had diamonds that were fighting and diamonds on our team. You basically smurf to get mad. That's just not true. That's just not true at all. I literally picked Jared up on my shoulders and drug him to plat just so I could get to masters. That's what I had to do. Because see, what's crazy here is that if you're the low end and I'm the high end, I have to perform better than the highest end of the team. You could be doing the bare minimum, and that's what's expected. But see, your top level play is my worst gameplay. But here we are. Yeah, I'm masters and you're flat. So, it happens. It happens. But yeah, that's not the point. You should get the bad ending in this playthrough, so you can just return to the save point afterwards, so it's not permanent. What does that mean? I say get the bad ending so it doesn't save. Yeah, that does sound productive. Here, let's play 80 hours of ranked Stadium this season. Honestly, Stadium's fun. It is. Just also really, really bad.
Real or fake, it doesn't matter.
After beating all 4 elemental trials, good efforts on the ground and beat hell. Oh, yeah, for sure. I'll just make sure to do that.
Blessed domain.
I can only beat hell off on, what's it? Simple difficulty at the end of the game, but yeah, for sure.
Molten
Keep your wits about you.
I'll get right on that.
You mean she has a level of resonance on par with the shepherds?
She does? But she can't even see us. Let's say that.
Pop!
That was radiant, Edna. Suppose I could learn from your level.
There's no armor class form in Ifrit. Still. I can probably do it. We'll see. We'll see if we, do it. We'll see. I just want to get through this game and then play some of the fun ones. But it's tough because really the series that I want to keep coming back to is the Tales series. Because I want to become more educated on it. Because that's how I feel about Dragon Quest and Final Fantasy as well. It's just, a lot of those games, I can't get into the older ones.
Lord Sorrel.
Like Final Fantasy, the early ones also have the
Alright.
terrible
What
system.
exactly?
And even like
In any
13
case-
has the terrible system. Mostly, again,
Yeah.
the system I really can't play. Like Final Fantasy 10 looked pretty fun. So it's like waiting for a good sale for that. Obviously Final Fantasy 15. World of Final Fantasy I want to get. It's like some of them are just bad. I think I want to play some of these other ones. Well, see, it's not 15. It's
Don't worry
because we even
so
tried
much.
Type 0, and that was just really, really bad. And plus, there's like the Final Fantasy Tactics, and now there's the Resonance coming out, which is like a remake of at least some of the early games. There's also the Final Fantasy 7 remake that has like multiple parts that I want to get around to. Like I said, I like a lot of the Final Fantasies. It's just I can't with the whatever it's considered. Like the old school kind of things. Like the old Final Fantasy 7 had. Like I can't. It is just so bad to me. It's not that I can't like think. It just feels like the worst kind of mix of gameplay. And like I said, from Final Fantasy 13 that we played a good bit of. Like I can say with a certainty I did not enjoy that. Can you play Devil May Cry? I played like an hour of the original and got so unbelievably bored. And I played some Devil May Cry
It's a moment.
4?
It's
I don't know if it was
quick
4 or
with
5.
its
I don't think it was 5. 5's like not
Let's
out
do
yet.
some fortune telling.
That was fun. I enjoyed it. Gunry's better? I don't really think so, actually. No crotch grabbing? That makes it worse though, right? Yeah, no. I like just action games in general. It just, for me, it's just the progression. Like, say again, it's like kind of just a skill tree. So it's like, obviously it's playing well, but it's like also you just need to understand the combat and have the skill tree like leveled up to be able to get like the higher ranks and do things fast. And so I feel like the first playthroughs and like stages are kind of just like running forward and, you know, kind of trying to play well, but you're not even able to get a majority of the collectibles or like beat bosses without dying. You just don't have the skills for it, or you just, I'm not used to it. So. That's only a problem with Hi-Fi. Yeah, for sure. Actually, Hi-Fi never got better. It peaked in its first stage. And I think it was literally to people who played the demo. They put all their work into making the demo fun, and then they just forgot about the rest of the game. Legitimately terrible. That might have legitimately been one of the most disappointing games I've ever played. It had so much potential, and it could have been so cool. And it's like we played like Hex Singer, and we're like, okay. And then we play that, and absolutely disappointing. I think it's probably top 5 of one of the worst games I've ever streamed and played. I don't know about that. Probably though. Destroy all these stupid. I don't know. Like I said, it's like I don't even mind these games. It's just like, again, it's just hard to play because like some aspects are really cool and I enjoy them. Again, like Armatizing, it just being a Tales game. It's like it's so fun to just get cozy and be playing a Tales game, right? Skits and just getting new party members and arts. It's just this game especially, but even Berseria, it just I feel took away so much of that like Tales feeling. Like even Arise had it. It was like definitely a jump, but it still felt like there was what's like a Tales game. It felt like really good. It's like in this and Berseria, just party members didn't feel impactful when you got them, and like a lot of the just like systems and stuff was very weird. Apparently, Hi-Fi 2 is going to be open world. Yay! That sounds really fun. Yeah, but one game I also want to get into is Xenoblade. Like all of them look really fun. It's just I'm not going to buy them for full price on the Switch 2 or the Switch 1. And plus I also know those are long games, like pretty much like a Tales game, so I don't know if I'll ever get around to it. We'll see. Like I said, like Zilla and Graces, I've been excited to play because I have seen some of the gameplay. I think of Graces like way before. It looked pretty fun. To be fair, I also don't know why a lot of the Tales games were like PlayStation exclusive. Because I remember literally like the only ones you get on Xbox was Vesperia. Actually, I think that was the only one until the remaster for Symphonia came out. And now I think you get like Grace stuff too. Graces has the arena fighting like modern games. Those perspective is more Symphonia. I don't know. Like I said, I can get used to pretty much any gameplay, I feel. It's just what I'll find fun. That's a different story.
Don't tell me you're gonna fight it. It looks like a dragon to me. We don't know one.
Like I said, I'm completely down for unique combat systems. And stuff. Like, say the Armada, like, it's fine. I got used to it. Now I kind of know what to play. It definitely takes getting used to, though. Because, again, you kind of have to know that Armadis is just
Guess
OP.
that's all the
and just which
hellhounds in
Armadis you're gonna
town.
use. Which one's going to be the
epidemic here
least
should settle.
ineffective, you know? It's never a matter of, ooh, can I play Saray?
least a little
Or should
bit
I play
now.
some of these other people?
Yeah,
Like, no, Armada.
but only momentarily.
To be
It
fair,
was not
it's
done
been
in
a
vain.
while.
The malevolence
It's
has
probably
subsided
been, like,
considerably.
I don't even know how since I watched the gameplay. Because I think it was, like I said, all the Tales game were like PlayStation exclusive, so I would want to watch like some of the gameplay. The other ones, not like spoiling a ton of the story. I just remember there being a town with a water fountain. And what's it? The weird little creature.
We going in?
So,
But after seeing like some of the like trailer, like just like 5 seconds of it and some of the screenshots from both of them, like the remaster, they both look really good. I'm sure I'll enjoy them. I don't know if I'll enjoy getting achievements, but I should enjoy them. The potato puppet thing? Yeah. I think you said the name before, but I already forgot it. I want to say Meebo, but it's not Meebo. Teapot. Yeah, like a teapot.
Such important cultural artifacts. This is awful. We can't forgive this.
Like Legend of Mana. Uh-huh. Yeah, like I said, for the most part, I am very, very open to playing a variety of different games with different combats, like turn-based, open, but I will complain if I don't like it. But like I said, it's also why getting achievements is so important to me, because I
with
feel like I
sinister
can
writings,
form a
it
completely
looks like
valid
they were
opinion
scrawled
and
in blood.
understand to at least a pretty good degree.
Is that really a
Like,
scorpion?
without doing that
It's
stuff. Like,
so
say, if I wouldn't have
large.
tried to 100% Sonic Adventure 2,
right?
I would probably not even enjoy the game.
This is quite a bind.
Is it the same one we saw in the ruins? This one could be much stronger.
You've really seen hellions like this in that ruin?
Yeah, a lot of times if I do like it, like say if I were to play a Final Fantasy, like even
Oh
for some
my,
reason play
I
Final
can
Fantasy
see
7, I actually
fairies.
played
I
it and
believe
enjoyed
they're also hellions.
this stuff, and I might be a lot more open to playing other games like this stuff. But it's also, sometimes it's tough, because something like Tales of Symphonia, I despised. And if it wasn't for the fact that I knew people enjoyed it,
Purification complete.
and that I, like, played Arise and
Do we really need to do
Vesperia,
that?
I legitimately think I would have,
Purify the earth. Very simple.
what's it?
I don't understand the social hierarchy
Just never
of
played it.
humans.
Aren't there
Like, as a standalone game, I don't think I've ever would have played Symphonia. And after even giving it, like, 2 tries, still, I would never have gotten around to it. I literally had to force myself to play it. I'm like, no, I gotta see what the hype's about. I have to. Right? No matter how annoying or difficult it is. And I suffered a while. But then I started to get the hang of it, and it was still pretty bad. But once I completely understood, like, the EX system and stuff like that, and, like, the story was kind of getting there, I'm like, okay, this is actually pretty fun. And now I can say it was a pretty good game overall. I just think it would heavily benefit from a remake. But that's why it's just like, I don't understand why they're doing weird remakes and stuff like that. Like, I understand, like, basically you want to port it to a system with maybe some, like, upscale, right? But it's like, so much of the time it's just, like, useless. Like, it's basically just a port with, like, no real changes. Like, that's how going from the GameCube version to
What is
the, like,
this
Xbox
about?
HD remaster thing of Symphonia, it's like, the game looks the exact same. It's like, I think the audio felt a bit better. But it's like, gameplay-wise and graphics-wise, it's the exact same game. No, like, more voice acting or anything. And it's like, again, I can understand just, like, porting it. Like, even, like, the Brazaria remaster, quote-unquote, I'm pretty sure it was only, like, $20. It's, like, sometimes even cheaper than the base game.
That's more like it.
And again, it isn't that much work, and they just wanted to add it. Again, some quality of life's always good, but I feel a lot of times they don't even include that. Like, say, definitive editions are different. Like, say, Vesperia definitive edition, I felt was way better because they had the exclusives for the PlayStation version, or maybe it wasn't even the PlayStation version. It was just like the Japanese version. But then the remaster added it, like Patty and stuff like that. And I think some balance changes potentially, and stuff like that. And it's like that. That makes sense to me. But yeah, like, even this new one that's coming out, it doesn't even look like, even just doing like the side-by-side comparison, it obviously looks better, but it does not, like, I don't know. It's like, it's cool that it's ported pretty much, but that's it. But like, say, that's why the Zilla remaster and the Graces remaster are going to be super nice to play. Isn't because it's like, hey, look, they're remastered games and they're going to be like super good and way better than the original. It's just the fact that I can get them on PC or Xbox instead of them being a PlayStation exclusive. PlayStation version was the best. Gotcha. I just didn't know if it also came out on PlayStation, it just wasn't the Japanese version.
I
I
suppose
know even
this
with
hellion
Dawn of a
must
New
be the
World,
source.
Lucky for you, it isn't a ghost.
because we originally played it on
I
the
told
Wii,
you it's
with
not
like
like
motion
that.
controls and things.
Save it for later.
How's this?
But
Rondo of Light!
Rising Sand! Cry out! Take this! Ready? Go!
My divine flame!
Rising Sand! Cry out!
Pirate Light!
playing the PlayStation version was so cool because they had like the crowns or like the hats and stuff that gave like some extra stuff.
Whoa! Whoa!
Cry out! Rondo of Light! Earth Lord!
Strong as the earth!
Originally came on Xbox in 2018.
Earth
God.
Revolution!
The definitive edition is just the Japanese version, both the English dub. I was just very excited to play the PlayStation version of Tales of Symphonia, Dawn of a New World, because the crown was
Nicholas!
cool. And I think there was also some other side stuff. I could be wrong. Yeah. It was just cool having hats, because there was like no fashion in that game besides the hats. Talking about Vesperia, by the way. Yeah, I knew the definitive edition stuff like was very basic. It's just I knew it was super hype because like Patty, pretty much. I was tempted to play it just because of Patty. I'm like a new character, probably a new little story thing, and it's like also potentially just better. You know, definitive edition. You know, maybe some upgrades, especially because probably better than the 360 version. Where am I going? And yeah, but to be fair, I played on Switch, so it probably wasn't that much better than the 360 version. But I had Patty. Like I said, I will probably just buy the PC version if I do decide to stream them, just because it'll be better than the Xbox. Before it was like face cam, because I just can't have it set up, but also I can't have the BRB, and I can't just record as well, and the quality kind of just drops. And I can have my good mic. But yeah. Like I said, those versions aren't even that expensive on Steam, especially when they're on sale. It's just Vesperia, I can very clearly like say I will play it eventually, and probably on stream. I just don't know if I'll 100% it. Symphonia though, there's no guarantees. Like I said, the only way that I'd be tempted to is when a remake comes out. Because I'll just play through the original without achievements, and then the remake will go for achievements. But that's pretty much it. I feel like that's fine to kind of set that bar for myself. Because I just don't want to waste that much time. And I've already played the original. So it gives me an incentive to play when something happens. I have plenty of games I want to play over going for Symphonia all achievements in base.
No.
It's just like one of those things that's like, I wouldn't mind doing it. It's just, it would stop me from doing so much other stuff. And that's the issue. That's even my problem with this, and why I didn't originally even want to go for this stuff.
I did.
Is just, I don't even mind doing it. It's just the fact that it stops me from doing all that other stuff. Same with why I'm even hesitant about doing Sonic Adventure again, is because we already streamed Sonic Adventure 2. They've already done Sonic Adventure 1. It's like, well, I really want to redo them. To learn some of the tech and just to stream them now. It's like feels like I could be
the
doing other stuff.
malevolence has been
But
lifted
I think they'll make
somewhat.
for good
Don't you
clips
think?
and good just stream content.
Indeed it has. But we still
So,
need to find a way to bring the
I think it's
Drake
worth doing.
down. Saray, can you head to the base of the Great
I don't want to die.
Tree?
Huh?
Remember correctly, Mikleo was probably my best option for this because the dragon move
Wait for...
is ranged. So we might just use Mikleo. Plus, it'll start me on Mikleo because the game doesn't like to give me choices. That's just what's so hard about a game like this. Like right now, what I'm doing isn't like super boring.
This is
But it's
it.
like I have to lock in for at least another like 6 hours just to make it through this, and then we have to do leveling and some other grinding to even be strong enough, and then we have to still grind for gear. I'm saying I'd rather be doing this Overwatch right now.
Even a mere Drake is this big and this strong? You can't be serious.
You
I
should
already
know
have
the
the
difference
water
in size
lord
and scale a
dragon. I'm
dragon has by now.
insane.
We are here to do whatever must be done.
That's right. As we are now, we can do it. Whatever. Try not to die out there.
Also, call me crazy, but I feel like I should just done on hard this time without items with the double damage and the double stun thing.
Blistering blades! Open the way forward! Here goes! Binding vortex!
Eyes on the prize.
Here goes! Binding vortex! Lord of water! My bow is the heavens! The vortex swallows you! Aqua limit! We did it!
Like, look, I cleared that in
Beat the
39
dragon.
seconds, and this is on hard.
It was just a Drake.
Sure, we might not be strong.
I don't know. I feel like double damage is a huge understatement. I feel like it is actually like, here's 5 times damage, or it's like some weird stat roll. So it's not just what damage I'd be doing is doubled, it's like actually doubles my stats. And that makes it like way over that. Why are you playing on hard? It was mostly just so that I could get double drops. And if it literally becomes a hindrance at any point, I'll
Like,
swap back to
there was-
normal. I just figure if a boss is only gonna take 39 seconds, why not? But treasure restoration, drop rate boost, Norman, other drop rate boost, tribute to the dead, nimble feet, treasure revive. And then guess some healing air. Okay. Do bosses drop anything? I don't think they technically drop anything. And in fact, I get less XP, but I just don't feel like swapping it when I'm in the boss. But I'm trying not to use holy bottles this playthrough until maybe like some dungeons, just so then I run into the occasional enemy to potentially get some gear drops and some levels. So I figure I might as well try and do a majority of the fights on hard, even though we're gonna want to up the chaos. But if I get any cool drops, it'll be good. But like I said, if I wind up dying in a fight or something starts taking too long, I'm just dropping it down to simple. No, Overwatch like isn't good. Yeah, no. Overwatch just feels like such a time waste no matter what I'm doing in it. Because like rank means nothing to me. So it's like climbing and ranked and playing competitive means nothing. But it's like quick play is also really useless. So it's pretty much just doing it for the events and trying to go for sprays. But then it kind of sucks when it's like then there's no incentive to play after except having fun. And then I don't have fun because it's Overwatch. It's just kind of tough. You should play this game called Overwatch 2. Like I said, it's Overwatch just again. They went back from
that'll
Overwatch
do
2 to just Overwatch.
Hurry
Crazy.
and get.
Well, got.
How about it?
But
Well,
I don't know. It's tough. And that's why it's like, I don't mind the events that much. It's just they need to do them better. Like, stop dailies. Just stop them. It's like, I don't exactly just want to sit there and do weeklies, but I would rather just spend one day out of the week just doing that instead of like 3 hours a day, every day, including the work days. It's like, that's just so pain. It's like when I get back from work, I want to eat. I want to sit down and just watch something. I do not want to lock into 2 hours of Overwatch. But it says defeat the powerful Hellion southwest. Is that just the basin? Technically, these are both. I'm guessing it's a dungeon. Boar's Ruins. I'm guessing that's this thing. Like I said, I don't mind Overwatch, and it can be fun. It's just when your goal is to have fun, it'll never be fun.
My hair's standing
That's what I've learned.
on end.
It's like you want to play a
There's
fun
something
character,
lurking deep inside
you're gonna
here.
get countered, or it's gonna be the
Yes,
absolute worst
even
things
I can
ever.
sense something wrong here.
Yeah, like I said, that's why I feel like truly it is. I don't know how people who don't stream the game play. Like, I feel like it can't just be fun to just sit there and play and, like, worry about your rank. Or just, like, play a lot of the time. Because, like I say, for me, I enjoyed playing it when there were sprays to go for. But it's like, now the only sprays I have is for Sierra. When you get back to the field, can you check to see if this is actually southwest? I think it is. There's west left and the south is just down. So I'm pretty sure it is. It says southwest also of Marlin. So I think it's of that exit, it's southwest of that specific part. I don't know. It's just tough. And it's like, especially when I have something like Zestria, like, games afterwards, it's hard to be excited to play something like Zestria after I just, like, didn't have fun in Overwatch, then I have to sit here and do something like this. I'd rather just wake up, get some coffee, and then just lock into this. Overwatch just pretty much always puts me in a bad mood.
May your knowledge
Is this like the plant boss of the area?
No, it looks like a mutant Hellion, like Ouroboros.
Mutant Hellion?
It's probably the effect of the anomalous
It'd be cool
orbs.
if
just like the
I
ones
could
Knight Arthur and
transform
Echidna had. Let's keep our
into
guard
my
up.
Armatize, but I guess it's just not possible.
Absolutely. Time that's got piercing attack.
I'm assuming it's
Light the
Crystal
way.
Tower at least.
Crystal Tower!
Yeah. I just forget that it wants to auto use that.
Pirate light.
Eat this! Echo Shot Rock Winner! Be gone! First force! You're right,
I think I should probably really kill these guys. Okay. So,
Be gone! Alright!
Echo shot.
Come to my sub, light the way!
Crystal tower.
Come to my sub, light the way! Come on, everyone!
Well done.
Crystal Tower! Light the way! Crystal
see,
Tower!
doesn't that casting just feel kind of fast?
Eat this! Iron Curtain! Take this! Ready? Go! Leave it to me, Alicia! Echo Shot Rock Winner! Rampaging Giant! Whoa! Eat this! Cry out! Rock Winner! Rampaging Giant! Be gone! Echo Shot! How's this? Be gone! Eat this! Cry out! Rock Winner! Rampaging Giant!
I was clearly the star of that battle.
It's easiest to notice the dimmer.
Would have been great if I would have had Lila there, but you know, that's fun. So where to? Can I just fast travel to Marland? Easy. I don't know it'll allow me to speed up the process at all. It's probably gonna make me something anyway. Probably should also pick the job. Once I get into the field, I'll do it. But I kind of just skipped past the field. That. Okay. That's artifact. Artifact. Yeah, okay. Got anything super new. Who's going crazy? I don't know. I don't know.
Hey there, ship.
I just want to be done this game. That's what I want. And I think the biggest hurdles are gonna be getting skill extension, which honestly should just be this run. 'Cause we only need 6,000 more. I think we guarantee it. So I think I actually really need like 4,500. So we definitely guarantee that for skill extension. But we technically don't need to do a full playthrough. We just need one person to reach the skill stack. And what's it? Just beating Empowered held off and Chaos held off. But it's all about how we're gonna go about doing that. Because the Union 7 I know is recommended, which hopefully skill stack will help with. Or we won't need. And then besides that, I don't know. Just leveling probably, and having just some decent gear, which means we'll definitely have to
Saray,
farm.
Let
for
us
some
give
of
our
that stuff.
respects to Rohan and the others.
But I also don't think
Right.
that'll wind up
Good thinking.
being too terrible. I think if we just get skill stack, farm some easy things on Chaos, and maybe be able to beat some of the Calyx enemies on Chaos, but I don't know if that's really gonna happen. But I also think we'll wind up being pretty
Lady, look!
'cause even like right now, I feel pretty gosh darn strong, and I'm using pretty bad weapons. This is the lowest enemy. This is where we're gonna go to the basin, the whole thing.
Hey.
I'm gonna run to the bathroom real quick. I will be back. Controller wants to jump. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Luke,
We're good on our end.
I don't want to talk to that guy about the episode. Yeah, this is the map. So it is southwest of Marla, but it's mostly southeast overall, or just south.
We just heard.
They'll use you.
I think I definitely will just turn on difficulty now. I don't think we need to go all the way down to Temple yet, though. I don't think we're gonna get drops anyway, and if we really need to farm, we'll just do it hard then.
That must be it.
Do not lose
The most useless waypoint in the game.
sight of what you believe
I
to
get
be
to use it
true
not a
and
single
good in
time.
your-
So you
Come on, go to the actual cutscene. I feel like I have gotten better at just playing this game fast, though. I'm getting too antsy, and I know it doesn't show up until later. Warframe? In 2026? Tycoon hop on Tales of Zestria right now. Not Zestria, Zestria.
Too close. Let's get him. Yeah. Tiger Blade. Ready? Fluent Surge. Let's get him. How's this? Go for it. Beast of water. Tiger Blade.
Is it simple again? I turned it down to just normal, just so we have room to go to simple if we need to. Still keep it interesting enough.
Saray sure looks angry. I can't really blame
I just figured it would be nice to stay on hard for gear drops potentially, because I can't really get the fight. I might just have to get gear, but then I remember what game we're playing. So I think it's better just to play on normal and simple until I decide I want to farm, and then just make sure I have the Lord of the Land and then crank it to hard. Am I supposed to armatize this, by the way? Because I feel like kind of crushing all these enemies. See, this is what they need for XP in like games. I also truly feel that every game needs to have specific like farming places. Oh, but wait, I can farm more.
How could he do this much with just
but yeah, I
a
feel like just
sword?
waves. Just give me waves of weak enemies, so where I can just farm XP and drops, like how the Crucible should have been.
What the hell?
Yeah, but see, like a better version of
blocked me.
Crucibles, where it's not waves of awful characters where I get one person to play.
Monster.
Legitimately though, we might be farming Crucibles later. Specifically, I think the one in Longren and that one swampy area. I think those are the two that you get to have an Armatus or like your partner. And both Edna and Lila are really good at those. Because Earthshaker hits the entire map. And Lila's just
What?
OP.
He's still at it.
So we might just farm when we get to those places. I just don't know if it'll only give XP to one of my people, or if it gives team XP, or what. Look at Lila's face right now, bro. What am I looking at? It's so smug. I don't know. This is... It's something. That's a new emote? Bet.
Everyone.
Honestly, you know what? That reminds me. That's like I feel like Tycoon embodies that kind of image, right? It's like we're in Overwatch, it's all in negative, we're having a terrible time, bullcrap's happening, and he's just staring at us smugly. You know? Like he's letting it happen. He's glad it's happening.
Stand with me.
Watch this.
Who's Rafale? Saint Zero. Here it goes. Open the way forward.
Okay. Give me a second, guys. My controller unplugged.
It's resistant to fire.
Burn! Burn away! Ignite flame!
Experience who use arts with hidden arts.
Burn! Trap them!
Figures. They're way too tough.
We'll never win if we hold back.
Saray, are you trying to armatize?
Yeah. I'm going to concentrate all of my power on this sword.
Didn't kill.
Vermilion Crescent!
Oh, it's just waiting, watch. Oh, okay. Okay.
Flow forth! Dancing
He's
flames!
dead, by the way. It was waiting for audio. Yeah.
Now!
Partner blast!
It's time! Howling Blade!
David, I truly think you were one of the funniest people there is. You were like 30 to 50% upset. Or when you were like 30 to 50% upset. I don't think so. Or package deal, or peak comedy. I think he actually prefers the peak comedy.
I'm a level in.
I would say I can be funny, but I think once I get more upset, I also become a little less unhinged, and then I say some stupid things that just blurt out, you know? I think that applies to most people. Yeah, but it's more that I mean it as like an insult to people, but then it's like derogatories towards other people, and I don't mean it like that, you know? It's like, it's more about positivity while bringing down my teammates, but it sounds more like I'm trying to bring down my teammates by comparing them to people that, you know? But yeah, that's the only time. Other than that, though, yeah. Just know if it's funny, it's because I'm really funny, and if it's bad, it's just a really bad joke that's because I'm upset and I didn't mean. Easy. I think you're funny when you get sudden rage outbursts like that, but it's mostly I'm just trying to focus on like a conversation or trying to have fun or trying to do something, and then there's things that I can't do anything about, right? And like for example, a bird chasing me, there's nothing I can do. It's just I'm trying to talk about something or explain or anything really, and there's things like that just happening. There's nothing I can do. If he's being incredibly offensive, it's just a prank. Yeah. Just know I would think lesser of nobody from any community. It's just specific people are lesser. But it's never a group of people or anything that I would consider lesser. What do you mean? This is fun. Lesser's crazy. There are just lesser people. Cake? What cake? That's cake?
Hey.
Cupcake?
Boss.
No, because see, that sounds like some EDP kind of stuff. I'm thinking more just not cake, yeah. Not a great look. I take it back. Yeah, because I was going to say it. I'm like, wait a minute. Then I remembered Jared will say it because he's a freak. Yeah. He has a time to think it out and type it, and he still says it, you know? So. Not a great look. I hate, yeah, okay. Pound cake doesn't work great either. I give up, yeah. I was just thinking that actually, yeah. To be fair, sometimes I'm saying, it's like I'm typing something out, like, oh, this is clever. Then I focus too much on spelling everything right, and then I think, and I'm like, you know? It's like, I'm not a cheater, I'm a beater. But then it's like, it sounds like you're referring to women. They don't cheat on them, but you just beat them. And it's like,
again, my lady.
that's not what I was going for.
And
I'm just talking about an anime reference, but, you know. Geeter. Okay. I considered pound cake for 15 seconds before setting it. I just respect women personally, but yeah, I guess that works too. Same, let the record show. Hey, it's Maven. I wonder what he'll teach you. Nothing really. Kind of like public school, you know. You go in, it says they're a teacher, but what do you really learn, right? Like, why do we pay these people? We don't. That's the beauty of teachers. I think we need to, instead of just funding, we need an allowance, right? Like the military is allowed to get money and stuff if they behave and do things right. That's what I think. I'm funding when I want to be. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like it's a good medium to have. Where would we be without our $15 billion tanks? I don't know, honestly. I'm always funny. True. Tycoon, I would say, can be funny, right? But most of the time it's just stirring the pot, and everything's out of hatred, you know? And I think that's fine. I really do. I don't think I bully you. To be fair, comparatively, no. But I think if I went unchecked, I'd be unstoppable, and that's not a good thing.
So the depths...
I have to have somebody keep me in line. You don't know what these guys put me through. You're good. Yeah, Jared's always a victim, if you guys didn't know. Poor Jared. Only for jokes, right? Yeah. Jared's always just doing his best and really good at games, really good in conversation. Just a really good person overall. Talented. But yeah, he's always a victim, no matter what. Even if he's insulting you, he's the victim. Because there's a reason why he's insulting you. No, that's different. Gotcha. And then it's also like how he's not toxic or mean in any way. Because he just says, oh, you know. He'll say the most downright diabolical things to some of our teammates and them being useless. But then it's just a joke and it's funny for him. And then I comment about it, and then suddenly he's a victim. He's a victim. He's like, I only said that once about our teammates. You say it to me all the time. Examples? Oh, you always come up with examples. Like, I just have to know all the examples on top of the dome. Like, you don't already know. And then bang. Right? Like when you say you are in the wrong for insulting me, and then I do the same thing. And then you bring it up, and then you're in the wrong. I'll stoop to your level something. See, but again, now you're like, the only time you're doing bad things is stoop to my level because you're the victim. So you have to adapt. But it all stems from you being the victim. No, it's different. Oh, okay. This is what we're talking about, by the way. Yeah, but the only reason you're that bad is because we're always mean to you.
Oh, where are you?
You have to stoop to our level. You can't just be the bigger person.
So
I've
first,
tried, but he can't, right?
We got...
No one. Any?
I get it.
This.
Holier than thou applies to me and me alone. What? That's a phrase. Nope.
One.
Oh.
Ryuji says it a lot. I'm not even gonna... I can't even address that. There's too much to say. Ryuji's a genius, we all know this. Okay, what? Where is... Oh, this thing's open now. Where is it? Point is, I'm fine, what's it? Being a victim if it's of my own volition, like here. Even though
I'm not sensing much malevolence.
I think it's on the devs, right? I'm just part of it. I'm more of a... I'm a victim, but I will be the victim to prove the fact that someone is being the victim of playing this game. If that makes sense.
This ought to be a fine adventure.
What's
Like,
this?
you shouldn't feel
Some
bad for
kind of
me.
lever?
You should feel bad for every player of Zestria. And anyone who's gotten these achievements. Not just me.
It's
Really, I'm the aggressor. In a sense, yeah. It's my way of, what's it? Protesting.
I found this.
Why is she on money finding, bro? Okay, well, no, I can't say what I was about to say. My joke simply become too aggressive. Thanks a lot. He just doesn't want it in writing.
It's been a while. I do hope she's all right.
We just have to trust her and keep waiting. Huh?
What was that?
Rocket League?
Whoa!
Hellions!
Get ready for battle! That missed me out!
I leave a paper
Rose
trail
is
to
flipping
that.
more switches!
I don't know,
She's
something
got a
about me
nose
having
for
money.
trouble, that's for sure.
I play many
Vermilion
games.
Crescent! Drop
You play
down!
all games poorly too? And like, all that, or are you like high rank in some of those?
Molten Wall!
Darn, did that not work? Wait, what the hell are you doing?
Vermilion Hellions!
You mean those dust
Sorry, that was a
clouds?
Jared comment. I'm just kind of
I don't get
angry
what
right
you're
now.
saying.
Everyone does.
Forget it! Just try a different one!
Fine, fine.
Burn!
What's it?
Drop them! Crimson Cross!
I'm pretty sure any game Tycoon touches, he's probably in the like top 5%. No joke.
Burn away!
Like, I guarantee if I were to hop
You
on Rocket
still
League right
jumping
now and try and
around?
play with him,
What's going on?
he would.
Oh, for...
What's it?
I'm fighting a bunch of ghosts!
He may not be high ranked.
Okay, never mind. I'll stay out of it.
Let's get 'em.
He just tries too many. He is the natural son. Yeah, but like I can just assume that like when he pops on Street Fighter, he's probably
I
like good
was
at the game, you
clearly
know.
the star of that battle.
She.
Did
I. Yep.
And I feel like that's a fair assumption. You just get lucky and get dog games like I play the big lady
Saray, are you
in
okay?
Street Fighter.
Rose, don't get close! I'm fine here!
Big
Just
weird,
look for
though.
some other way!
What buttons am I clicking?
I'm sorry.
I forget the order.
I
This seems
really
like
do
something that
feel
would be
bad
useful for me to
about
have my
this.
headset on.
I'm fine, I said.
It's gonna be this one, right?
You sure are magnanimous.
Did I do that right the first time?
Same as he ever was.
Oh my god, I remember. He's 6'8", 260. It's basically me,
I guess that fixed it.
Yeah,
give or take.
You almost look excited.
yeah. I hadn't realized, but it's...
You're like 5'9". Legally, what do you mean?
It opened.
I have the inches where it counts. That's what's important.
I don't know what's going on. No, a
Huh?
dragon.
Run back! Serpent
Probably
of
should have quick
water.
saved.
Ready? Phantasm Flash!
Clicking your
Rising
bicep.
flames!
I mean that too.
Ready?
I'm not sure we have the proper elements to face this one.
Do we die here? Let's not die here.
I know!
That's like the one thing I shouldn't have clicked. Ow, ow,
Howling
ow.
Deluge! Rose, what are you...
6'9" inches. Ha ha ha. There's a pervert. Haha. Constantly freaked out. Haha.
Don't charge in like
Where are the
that.
weird ones, though?
Hold out just a bit longer.
I know! I'm just buying time! Here it comes! Shatter to lose! Ocean Blitz! Open the way forth!
This is the same strategy I gotta use as before.
Pierce the skies! Arrow Squall! Aim and fire! Here it goes! Blistering Fangs!
Whoa!
Aim and fire! Blistering Fangs! Open the way forth! What's wrong? Dazzle is becoming Lila's sublord? What? Aim and fire!
Ooh. He's willing to the crime to be a freak to the max. I think always, pretty much. In my
Lord
chat,
of Wind!
Wind should work. Cut through it.
Burn away! Not this time!
So this is the Malice.
Rose, if a Hellion has scales, does that make it a Scalian? Wait, what?
Virulent Shards!
freaks only letting me.
Dragon Wing! Virulent Shards! Here comes Fear my wings!
Brilliant Brain! That's bad. Burn bright red!
Come forth!
Stratus Shield!
Vanish!
It wasn't even Stratus Shield. Stratus Shield! Woo! He can't see me. Oh, where am I? Where am I?
Strike! Torrent Speed Dark Star!
Sleeping Dragon!
Violent Projection! Red! Rose get back! Violent Projection! Carve my path!
Vermilion Crescent! Trap them!
Not this time!
Purgatory of
Dark Star!
Get lost!
Lord of Wind,
Come Divine Wings! Swarm the skies!
Why don't we check what outfits you equipped and see who's what? Sorry, are women not allowed to show skin, Jared? Is that my bad? Sorry, I guess. You force her to? I would argue changing my outfit would force her to be wearing something
What?
slightly different. I
No.
disagree. I don't think she's forced to wear anything, Jared.
And even no.
It's like, did I make Deswell shirtless? Maybe. I'm saying these are their outfits
me
that
tell
they
you
themselves pick
What?
out. I just... What's it?
That girl,
What?
She's
Happened to put them in that at that time.
Okay.
I don't even talk to those losers. Yeah. Like, see, I didn't give Lila a mustache and a pipe. That's what's surprising well though. Yeah, kind of like my hat. And my, no, I couldn't have forgot his name. Give me a second. Don't say it. He's like a Z or a B. What's it? I'm forgetting every name. The,
Ready,
the dragon thing.
A werewolf? Probably some guild member turned Hellion.
It specializes in assassin techniques. I showed them.
It's Judith's dragon. Dragon Rider. I can't think of the name. Fake fan. There's so many names to remember. I don't listen to music. Everyone knows if you're listening to music, it literally like occupies like at least 30% of your brain. Judith's dragon. I just can't remember the name. I know the name. Like a hundo P. I feel like again it was like a B or a Z. I feel like it was probably a B though.
Keep your
I
guard
think
up.
there's a Z.
The bigger the herd.
It's just like I want to say like Violet, but it's not. It's like it's like oh, it's Boogloo. Like Zestria. On the shoulder. Boogloo.
All this fighting
Yeah,
sure makes me...
but it's like a B. It's like no, maybe it's not a B. I know it's like a pretty strong letter. You know, it's like Blee or Blue or Glee or Zle
Yeah.
or like Zeros, but it's not. It's like
What?
It's the... Is the...
you know how many letters? Feels like a 6-letter name. It's like Baul. That's it, isn't it? Cause like Powell.
Saray, I'm
Go
counting
for it.
on you.
Powell to go.
Experience and desire can hit
Sweet dreams! Bring these demons now! Brilliant sweet dreams!
Use status
Those are the spare. Yeah, we have the spare. He's on our shoulder. It's the pet dragon thing. I think that's him, right? No one knows Powell. That's him, I think.
Their spellcasters turned Hellions who couldn't die peacefully. Don't underestimate their use of seraphic
Antilekea or
arts, fools.
Intelexia, whatever. I will say, you know, actually, I also have a question, right?
Let's do some fortune telling. Please, pick one.
What is your favorite, like, Tales game intro? Pretty much everyone who's played a Tales game, but mostly Voice in the Crowd. I feel like it was Antilekea, but maybe I'm just making up words. Intro? Yeah. Like, you know, where it's like the cutscene at the beginning, and it has like the music and everything, and it goes bonkers.
Saray, I'm counting on you. If that huge snake bites you, it'll suck you dry.
Suck.
I
Wait,
don't remember a lot
what?
of them. I know where it's good.
Vermilion Crescent.
I think Arises was pretty good, especially like the mid one.
Purification
Like once you got
complete.
past like the one arc. Zestria, probably? Really? I think by far mine has to be Vesperia, but Symphonia's is really, really good. I feel like I literally get hyped to play those games. Like,
Let's
just
make it
because of
quick.
the intros.
That missed me off.
This one's not bad, but
Melted wall. Vermilion Crescent. Trap them.
I'm a huge fan of the Symphonia and Vesperia one.
Was that all?
This is a business being that catchy, especially with vocals. Yeah. I just think like the actual animation and the what's it like song in Vesperia is so good. And Symphonia as well. I do really like Symphonia. I think it's cool because it shows like the sword dancer in the intro. I'm like, that's so cool. And I feel like this one wasn't. Did I miss a button? Heck. We're just talking about song. Well, kind of the song and the animation. I don't know where this other thing is. Unless I just... I have to rewatch some of them, but that's like... I feel like it's very hype. And I feel like Zestria just didn't give me that hype. Because I watched it before playing the game. I have not had vocals on the Wii version. Symphonia I didn't on GameCube, but I don't remember the sequels opening. I feel like it was pretty good.
Don't get careless out
Wait,
there.
why does Symphonia 1 opening feel sympathetic? That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's such a good opening, and it's like... It's so good. It's super good. Like I said, Vesperia just goes unbelievably hard. Feels very emotional. Honestly, I feel like both of them are pretty emotional. Like I said, I haven't watched a Rise in a while, but I want to. But yeah, like I said, I usually like to watch the intros before playing the game. Because it's like really hyped to see some of the characters and take guesses on which ones are going to be playable, which ones are going to be villains, and... It just reminds me of every story absolutely needs to end in some world-ending threat, even if it ruins a better story. Yeah, to be fair, I think the only thing with Vesperia, like I said, I haven't played it in a good bit, is it is very weird how it feels like a very big jump. But I think it was cool, because I think it's, to me, it feels like it could have ended after killing the one guy and saving Estelle and all that. But I feel like it was just nice to have that extra little arc with the Duke. So I didn't really mind that at all. I haven't played it in a while. I've played Vesperia. Like I said, I played that like 2 or 3 times. I would like them to explore the original. Yeah, to be fair, I feel like there was just so much happening. Because I think it was more the scale got too big
Are we at the end?
to where it kind of did take away from that. I think I did some of it, but I never fully completed it. Because both times I played it, I never had like a guide or anything. Because I played it twice casually on Xbox, and then I played it once as the definitive edition on Switch. But I only did a little bit of that kind of stuff. I tried to finish it, got like 90% something, couldn't find the last area. Map was nothing. Yeah, I feel like with pretty much any of those things, you kind of just have to look up a guide. And if I were to replay it, that's probably what I would do, just for the side stuff. But I feel like it's been probably since Definitive like released. We got it like day 1 for the Switch because we still had Gameplay at the time. That's the last time I played that.
Yeah. I'm not sure where to start.
Symphonia, I'm not actually sure. All I know is that we got the Definitive Edition, or not Definitive Edition, but the remastered thing on Xbox, and that's when I played it. Yeah, for me, I just feel like Vesperia's intro is the most, like, actual informative one. It shows, like, so many things. It just shows you how nice and huge the world and the world building was in that game. And it's like, I feel like it's a really good intro for that. And the music is just so good. But it's like, there's the whole guild situation, and Carol, and the new guilds, and the whole guild city, and everything, and so many of the bosses, and how it splits off a lot of things. Well, it's like Symphonia and stuff is a lot more like aura farming, but it's cool. And it feels very like, again, it wants to just show off the world without doing too many spoilers, which I also don't mind. But it's like it gets to show off some of the stuff like the sword dances, which it's cool because like your first time around, you're thinking these are just like a giant skeleton he's fighting. You have no idea what it is, but you're like, oh, I can actually fight that thing? And it's like really, really cool.
Yeah, that man.
And so I feel like it's so cool to watch the intro from the beginning, and then it's so cool to watch the intros after. Because it's like such a different experience both times seeing it. And I think that's really, really cool. Yeah, no, Vesperia is insanely good. Like, they're definitely my favorite Tales game. And like I said, I think if Symphonia gets like a remaster, like I said, most of it just voice acting. And maybe a little bit of a better graphic. I'd be fine if they kept the exact same gameplay.
We're gonna be counting on you.
Gah! Pleasantries are fine and all, but disembodied
I just
voices
would
give me
very
the
much so
total
like
willies.
some newer animation, even if it's only as good as like Symphonia 2.
I can't believe I'm
I
on
feel
a
like that's
journey
fine
with
with
a
me.
real-life scaredy cat.
I don't think they'll ever redo the voice acting. I feel like they
Pleasure
could
to
though.
Work with you too, Dazzle.
Because like already there's not that much in the game. To where it's like,
Man, I sure am
I feel like
feeling the
if they
tension.
got new
Just
voice
like a
actors
real
and
adventure.
everything, it wouldn't be like
Adventures in
terrible. Like
social
obviously it'd be like,
psychology,
oh, it
maybe.
sucks they couldn't get the original voice actors and everything, but I feel it would still work. Without it like ruining too many things. I just feel like it is hard to go back with how much reading there is. Like I say, you have to be locked in on like the skits and just a lot of it, which is fine. Like I don't mind reading,
Line up and
but
wait.
especially with streaming, it's tough
Don't come.
because like
You got
I
it.
might read
60.
faster,
Huh?
You're back there.
or I might be trying to talk, and so I'm not reading, so I'm just
Right.
pausing the
Huh.
screen forever.
As next. Oh,
I thought.
I wouldn't want them either, but it does suck that the skits are only voiced in Japanese. Yeah, I feel I would be completely good with that. I just feel like the voice acting is important because most of the time it indicates when it's actually an important thing and when it's like not as important. I feel.
But goodness, we usually reserve such.
Like I said, that's what
sensitive
would be good
matters
about a
for
remake.
reader
It never
hours.
changes the original to where you can still have the exact same charm by just playing Symphonia, but then the remake's more of the
It is
accessible, more
But you
modern day
must
version.
understand, Cardinal Fortin and the other high clergy have very strict.
Because like I said, that's
requirements.
basically what I want from Sonic Adventure as well.
I am aware, Your Grace.
Like I am
Be
A-okay with the
assured that my
classic,
organization
just
will be
how it
most
is now, but it'd be really
generous in our
cool for them to
contributions.
It looks like
Add
that
some
is
extra
the
stuff.
town sanctuary.
Shall we?
Yeah. The skits were definitely the toughest thing, because it almost made me just not want to watch any of the skits. Because, like, I liked the story and information, just, like, it felt very... blah. Don't want battle actors, like, you look at the wrong tab. The One Piece remake is keeping the same Japanese cast for some reason. I mean, that's fair. I'm very curious now the remake's gonna be. Because, see, I think that's one thing that's gonna be really, really tough to do. Because I definitely agree that the pacing, specifically, like we said, like the recaps and stuff that are mostly killer. I feel like it's not that important to even have the, what's it, cast, because it is like a different thing. So it feels kind of unnecessary, but...
Get out of town! What do you mean they're selling elixir?
To be fair, I watched the dub anyway.
But how do they? Well, what?
I'd be fine if they
The
changed
church
the
is
dub voice
selling
actors,
elixir now?
even though I don't know if they are.
Something sounds off about that.
I think it'll be good, for sure, especially people getting into it, but it's like, there's obviously going to be the debate that the original's better, no matter if it is or isn't, but, I think it'll be pretty good. I think as long as it gets a lot of the important stuff without it feeling too rushed, I'm fine with it. But it's like, I don't want them to, like, skip over arcs, like Sierra Village be 2 episodes, you know? Like 40 minutes, like, hey, here's
This
Usopp,
must be the
here's,
sanctuary.
what's it, Claw Guy,
very old
and then
boat.
bang, it's over. Even though that's less important, you know, but just stuff like that. Like, shortening it down by a ton. Because, like, even the live action's been pretty good, I'd say.
You're
I
going
haven't
to
really
tell
been
me
mad
who you
about the
really
pacing
are.
there. But it's like, also, the fights and stuff are very meh.
Be gone!
Which is, like, fine, just, like... Especially with the live action. Who's really watching it for, like, all the sick fights?
Ready?
You know?
No escape! Flow and surge!
I'm like, whoa. If I wanted 6 sword fights stuff, I would just watch the anime. I don't think a live action's ever going to keep up with that kind of stuff. But I think it's going to be like 7 episodes and get some broadcast. And I think that's fine. I feel like the beginning could definitely be cut down. Already, I feel like it's pretty short. But it's like, it could be very cut down. I almost feel like they could do the same, like, kind of stuff. I barely have to concentrate. That's from. To be fair, if they're that long, I honestly think that's a better way of doing something like One Piece. That's why I was like, very happy with the live action. Because again, it's like the longer episodes really do work. Because you can fit like some of the smaller arcs into like 40 minutes.
Pope must
Or
Wait.
just like
He went Mr.
2
As if-
episodes. Like
Is
really
there
well.
proof?
Yeah, I think live action good. I just think it's gonna be tough with the anime because
I can
the
tell this is
fights,
gonna be
they're gonna
trouble.
want to animate the heck out of
But
those
at least
fights.
it's getting us inside the shrine church.
When in the
Right.
live action,
While
it's
we're
just
at
like
it,
some
we can
basic
probably tell
choreography
the
and
higher
it's
ups and
cool.
Roland's our side of the
I mean, obviously there
story.
was a cool like
Though something
in
tells me
season 2
those
with Zoro
higher-ups are going
versus
to be the
Broke
real
Works, which was
problem.
sick. Like that was like super
It
cool.
seems like the Guardian.
But it's like a lot of the fights,
Sarah
especially Luffy,
became
it's
a
very hard
hellion.
with like CGI and
Why
stuff to
would
make
it
that
just
look
up and
good
leave
or
like that?
interesting. It's like I'm fine with that. I'm fine with him just having short fights that are kind of bad. I'm a-okay. Yeah, I feel like with this, Zoro's always farming ore though. Yeah, I think it'll be good. He was that sick in the anime. I don't know. I haven't watched that in a while. That's like always the part they cut out in like the movies and stuff is the Broke Works. They have like Alabasta, they just cut out the Broke Works part.
A murder case, huh? It's very disturbing. Even in
Yeah, let me
Roland's.
just keep talking to this guy 100 times. But yeah, I think it'll be really good. I'm just hoping it doesn't take out too much of the story because people just want it to be like solo leveling. They want like short seasons or whatever, but it just be all action packed. Like they want to see in the first episode, like everything go down. Second episode, Alabasta fighting Crocodile. Third episode is just Skypiea, but it's all in one episode.
It's just like what was in the Celestial Records.
It's the Leaning Tower. I didn't know that.
Which I would be a little annoyed at, because I feel One Piece is mostly there for the story, and the combat's just a sick part of it, you know? And so I don't want them to cut out too much. But I do hope they do animate the fights really well. They did cut out Luffy versus Zoro in live action, which I was fine with.
We won't be defeated.
Yeah.
When peacocks threaten their foes, they recover health.
Like I said, I just don't want it to feel
You
rushed.
gotta give them physical ailments. Figure out why.
That's my main thing. Because like I get that it's supposed to fix the pacing and stuff, but I feel people don't want everything cut. They just do want to cut out a lot of the dragged out fights. Like not even just like, oh, this fight took a while, but mostly just like, again, the recap and stuff. That's like the main thing. Is just cut out a ton of the like recap bullcrap. And then we're set. Because again, you cut out that and we're looking at peak right there. I just hit a nasty flick. On Rocket League? Can you flick in Rocket League? You don't want to see Luffy clap Arlong 15 times? Like I said, it makes sense for the anime if you're watching it from a weekly standpoint. But it's like, especially nowadays, a lot of the older episodes, especially like Dressrosa and stuff, you do not need to see the backstory a million times. And you do not need to see everything as if you forgot everything. But it's like, to be fair, if it was like 8 years apart, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I did kind of forget about that.
Great, it's raining. This sucks.
Yeah, I think it could be done pretty well.
Not for me.
And I'm
It's nice
excited.
and
I'm gonna
dry
watch it,
inside
obviously.
Saray.
Kind of like the
That
Fishman
is
Island
whole new
arc
levels
remake
of
thing that came
creepy.
out.
Damn it!
I don't think it's
Why can't
dubbed
I
yet,
be a
but I'll
dumb
watch it
dry
when it
ghost
is.
Too?
Not that I really cared for Fishman Island, like, a ton. If I think Uda is technically canon. I think they said it doesn't really affect the story, so there's no reason why Uda can't be. But, I don't know. That's also trusting random sources that say that Oda said that. So, I didn't really do my own research there. That would be funny though, right? In the first episode, just Uda and Luffy. That would actually be kind of sick though. Just add more to the backstory that wasn't there. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely excited because I think One Piece is genuinely so good, but it is hard to recommend because of how much time it would take. It's like recommending Zestria, right? It's a really good game, honestly. Some of the maybe the best game I've ever played, but it's a long game. You know, like the achievements are really fun to go for. It's just it takes some time, and I can understand why people might not have the time to enjoy such a amazing thing.
Let's get them before they fly away.
That goose flew the chicken coop.
That doesn't quite make sense.
It's only like 1K episodes. What do you mean?
Piece of cake.
Hey, it wasn't that easy.
To be fair, I remember even like looking at like Hunter x Hunter and Black Clover being like 100 episodes. Like, there's no way we're gonna ever be able to watch these episodes. Then we did.
Damn.
And then get Fairy Tail with like
They've
300 some
gone from
episodes. And I
scary
think
to annoying.
with the
Still,
100-year
to
quest or
make
whatever,
Seraphim
or 1,000-year
sneeze just
quest,
like we do.
I think that sits around 400 now. Imagine if you had to farm grade and then skip to the story 3 times over. That's One Piece better. Yeah. But technically, if you think about it, right, when you consider some of the movies in this remake, in the live action, it's basically like 5 playthroughs. Right?
Whoa. This place is huge.
Yes. Pendrago is the largest city on the Glenwood
And I
continent.
still don't know what happened in Brokeworks. Huh?
Where can we find an inn?
I recommend the one to...
Did I ever get the silver key? Okay, good. I know Zeph though, so yeah, that guy. Main character. Seen more of him than Shanks, am I right? Yes. You are just right.
Snacks are done.
How's this for a start?
Good kid. Yeah. We get a Lorg and a Bonnie
Sergei
Arp
sure
and
seems like a good guy.
Yet.
He is. Though I fear he may be a bit too genuine and sincere to command the knights.
I agree. I
That
hope he
Boone
has what it
Hawkins
takes.
can heck off though.
We've
Well,
got
I
plenty of
think
worries of our own. Let's not get hung up on other people's issues.
I think a Puso hanging in there, but didn't Hawkins die? But I mean, when does the character truly die?
Haven't tried it myself, but I'm sure it's tasty.
Obvious joke is obvious. I'm pretty sure Ace is still alive. And you can't convince me otherwise. Blackbeard in the... No, I don't know. Something happened. I don't know. Something about Blackbeard, though.
I wonder if someone ordered an assassination.
Who? And was she
You
asked
started
to do it by
talking time
herself?
Maybe.
Either way, this is bad.
Wouldn't be the first time. I'm thinking... Right, now hear me out. Now this might sound a little, you know. But I think Ace never had fire powers.
What's wrong?
Right? Never had the flame
Why are you
flamethrower.
all...
That's
Oh,
You don't.
we.
not
Ace
yet.
is never real.
It's the in-
True. An
Hold
illusion.
up, mate. It's
Was the Pope the type of person who would just up and start a war?
Like, when have we really
That's
seen him
certainly not
use
the
his fire
impression of
powers?
him we got from
Maybe it's
Sergei.
just illusion powers.
He's the de facto
And he just
leader of
pretend
a
to have the
powerful
flame
country.
fruit or whatever.
He's probably got more layers than you'd think.
And he used an illusion to say that he died. Right? To be fair, that would actually be so cool. That actually was just an illusion power the whole time. That would be like really cool though. And Ace just has like this huge higher purpose. You know? I doubt it'll happen, but anything's possible. I don't want to go to work the next 3 days. I want to play Zestria and Overwatch.
was easier than we thought.
This looks like an auditorium of sorts for the believers.
You should get Overwatch. Yeah, whatever.
It's more magnificent than I'd
But
even
that's like
imagined.
evil Overwatch.
The architecture definitely dates it to the height of the era of Asgard.
Glad to see you're impressed, but don't let your guard down. I don't feel so good. What is going on?
It's a Hellions domain, just like when we fought Heldalf.
Okay. We need to find some sick animes to watch, Jared. That's what we need. We've just been watching too much Overwatch and playing too many games. We need to
disappeared?
calm down.
What the hell
you know,
was that?
and escape
It's
in a
called
world
the
of fantasy.
Spectral Cloak.
You've been practicing in secret, haven't you? That was sweet.
We'll talk later. We've got to flee to the Knight's Tower.
Gotta dash. You go on ahead.
Okay, Rose is leaving me. This way I learn Lion Cell? Or am I hitting it with Lion Cell? Really pulled a Jimmy Neutron. What does that... Is that got a blast? This is why nobody finds you funny, dude. It's more fun to just make fun of you.
Yeah! Lion Howl!
Don't
Well,
act
I
so
must
confused
apologize
when you
if
get
this
the joke.
fe-
Well, I didn't get it
You and
first.
so I God
Skill issue? I'm listening to music and hyper concentrating on the game, dude. Marvel Rivals? Oh my god. I might throw up. Maybe we gotta get back into Rivals, you know? Just keep your 100% win rate in Jeff and don't play Jeff. I think Marvel Rivals would be kind of fun. It's just they wouldn't really be worth the time or anything.
Saray,
That's why we need to get
we
paid.
have to trick the guard into thinking we're not here somehow.
We made it.
Think we lost the cardinal
I just want to play my Junkrat
with that?
and some Rocket.
I sure hope so.
Probably some cool new characters. I want to play Vendetta. I love full circle jokes, don't you? It's like the concept of people starting with Rivals and going over to Overwatch. Because it's just like funny to think that that's how it works. I think there's obviously going to be similarities between any characters, but Why is there a bird on my screen? Repeat, get him! Get him, Repeat! Sick him, boy! Faster!
Here.
Fine, we're good. A raspberry mousse? Son of a gold key. Honestly, why even like end stream soon, right? And like get food and do like AFK and just chill when I can just play this until like 3 a.m. Right? I mean, I don't even know if I've had any water today. Pretty sure I had that cup of coffee and I haven't taken a bite of anything or a drink of anything. I'm gonna hydrate. I need to, if not to live, to not get cramps and kidney stones. Yeah, to be fair, it also helped when I had my straw lid that I need to clean. Stopped using it to temper the crown, but then the crown fell out anyway. So I don't think there's any reason not to use straws. And I don't think with the permanent crown I have to avoid straws. I could. But it's kind of gross, so I want to clean it. It's just I like to keep my water bottle closed so bugs don't get in it. But a straw is just easy. I think I need to look at some new jobs. I think I want to wait until I get my license to do that. Slash when we move. I don't know. I'm just gonna get my tooth handled, then the eye doctor, then the physical, then getting the permanent again. Then getting my license, lickety split ski. And then get the new job. I'm just sick of a current job. I don't get paid enough. It's annoying. A lot of issues. Not really issues, just like things I need to do. But I have to wait until July 1st for the tooth, and then just when Mom can schedule the appointment and drive us there. The eye doctor and the regular doctor, then waiting to be driven to the what's it? Permanent place. Like I said, I'm not really in a hurry to get my license to drive because I could care less about doing that. But more about having access to being able to drive to have more flexible hours. Like maybe like third shifts. Or new job. I just feel like at work I'm overexerting myself. You know? And mostly there's just so many issues with working in food service. I just don't feel like it. I just don't want to end up like our other coworkers. I'm not gonna name names. But I don't want to be working full-time, post-30s, sitting there, working, complaining about stupid stuff. I don't know about that. I think working part-time is the dream for anyone. I don't think I'm supposed to be here yet. So, traverse the caverns via. Okay. Might need help. Unless it's just the last area I need to go to. I don't know. I don't mind it. It's just mostly what's it? I'd rather be making the same money and potentially the same hours just doing something else. You know? I'm just kind of sick of working the food service. I've been doing it for 5+ years. Technically this job for 5 years, but just food service in general. I'm just sick of it. I really am. And plus with how things have been lately, like equipment going down and just having to do so much more cleaning and stuff. And like my hands getting like ripped up. Just like always having like a rash on my hand or something from whatever. It's like, bro. Nobody puts in as much work as me, but I have to. It's just what? So they expect so much. And I'm fine disappointing, right? That's not a problem. Or just not doing stuff. It doesn't hurt the boss. It hurts the other employees, which also I could care less about, right? It's just annoying regardless. I would want to do it a lot more effectively. But just feel like, just leave, you know, I don't care. I just want to be making the same amount of money, if not more. The hours I'd prefer to keep the same. But okay, so this is a dead end I can't go to either. Well, where am I going? I've gone to every single one of these places and I can't do anything. The gorge is blocked off. What is that? Unless I'm going into the Meadow of Triumph now? Guess we got some save points, so something completely pointless, but I don't know. I think an office job would be fun. I just figure a normal retail job would probably not be any better than this. I just want to sit in an office or at home and do random stuff on my computer. Like I said, a warehouse job doesn't sound bad. Mostly just hours I'd be concerned about. Bro, this bird. I don't know where I'm going, Jared. I don't know why you're asking me.
Here.
Last thing I did was get Lion's How.
It's around here, right? The caverns or whatever, I mean.
Probably just heading either up here or down there. I
Cambria
don't really know
Caverns.
what's a cavern and what's not.
He said they were south of the Meadow of
Right up here.
Triumph.
Cambria Caverns, south of the Meadow of Triumph, so it's probably down there. I think we're good. Like I said, I think I'm just heading to this place. I'll just get to the first save point in the cavern and then we might hop off. Yeah, this one wasn't that bad though. I just thought it was more traveling after the Meadow of Triumph, but it was going into the Meadow of Triumph. But I was getting confused by the UI. If you'd believe it. Well, this wasn't even that misleading. It's just, I thought I was going to the caverns here and that it was in the Meadow of Triumph, but I had to go to the screen transition of Meadow of Triumph and then find a cave in there. I didn't think I had to go into the Meadow of Triumph. And then after that, then they just said something about it being south. Can't go that way. We may have Edna, but she just doesn't want to use her ability yet. Am I lost? Is this even... No, okay, this is the wrong place. Okay, so... I lied. I am extremely lost. I have no idea what I'm doing. It said south, but that's a dungeon. I guess I'm going to this one. Should still be here, though. I'm not really sure why I paid the turtles to give me a map that they don't have any information on. But, you know, really cool. I don't know why I can't learn names of locations as if a map doesn't exist, except the turtles are making maps and I'm paying for maps just for there to be gosh darn nothing.
Do you really think we can get through this way?
Don't worry.
Maybe I'll
You sound
finish this dungeon. I don't know how annoying this dungeon is
pretty
to do. I kind of
confident.
don't want to
Is it
end
just
here,
a hunch?
like in this.
No. I can feel the wind.
Let's begin the purification. What a wishy-washy, wimpish wussy.
Quit it with the wordplay and just fight already.
It can call for help, so we should defeat it first.
Open the floodgate, pierce the skies!
Arrow Squall! Open the sweet dreams!
Arrow Squall! Blistering Fangs! Open the way forth!
Sleeping Dragon!
Purification complete!
Give me back Lila. If actually, I don't really need to be Saray, but whatever. I almost wonder if I should be just taking out the enemies that drop the anomalous swords as soon as I get them, or what?
Meaning we should attack when it takes that low position.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to.
May your knowledge burn on you! Molten Wall! Mind Flare! Burning red, freezing blue, hail in tandem! Vermilion Crescent, burn away!
Splendid job, Saray. Haven't tried it myself, but I'm sure it's tasty.
I also find it crazy we haven't prepared all these snacks. Love this dungeon, love this dungeon, love this dungeon. It kind of feels like nails on a chalkboard, but in my eyes. Also, I yesterday finished Valina's and Rina's trust event. Yeah, trust events are honestly pretty easy to binge when you only have to worry about like a character or two at a time. Instead of waiting. Nice. I'm just trying to stay caught up. Honestly, it's nice though when you kind of have it stockpiled and there's something to do. It just kind of sucks when it's time limited.
Snacks are done.
At least the trust events aren't that bad. Because like, can I not go across this? But it's like, it's fun to actually have stuff to do. Like hop on and like have things you can do. Except I think the only thing I could technically work on, which I'm not going to worry about right this second, is... Okay. I could head into the Hollow Zero and try to get Rena and Valina's like trust event token for the database. But yeah, or arcade. The arcade is crazy because it is fun to do. It's just
Steady your nerves.
not fun to complete.
An enemy with
Burn
a
it!
also
Shut down, everyone!
Just finish
Crimson Cross!
use fire ailments on
I showed them.
Yeah. It's just surprising, like super difficult and annoying. For the main thing is a lot of it's just RNG. That's what makes it annoying. Because in Brave Brigade, you need to already know what you're doing and get lucky. Snake Duel, you have to get lucky with a lot of the rotations. And just not mess up. And then Soul Hounds is pretty much all RNG. Snake Duel is just having a perfect run, getting everything perfect and not messing up a single time. And getting some crazy number, which is really unfortunate. And then Soul Hounds is just getting some crazy rotation. And getting lucky with all your stuff. And then Brigade is just getting lucky in the shop, but also knowing exactly what you're going for. That's why the only one I liked was the racing one. It happened to be also really easy. But it's like you didn't have to do 80-minute runs or anything like that. Kind of disappointing. I wanted to spend 15 years on it. I'm just saying it was the most fun one, but it's also the one that's the easiest to complete. Like, Bay Brigade's a close second, where it's actually like, kind of fun.
What the?
But then the challenges are really difficult. Maybe look at the guide for all of them too if people recommend any tricks you can pull. Because Brave Brigade seems like the only one you could really, what's it? Potentially kind of cheese with just knowing what to do. Snake Duel seems pretty cut and dry. Right here, I definitely want to get the save point. And probably just talk to this. I might just fit. Like trivia, having information is cheating.
Isn't that the Earth in Historia?
That's what's so crazy though, is that it kind of is. But it's like, the alternative is just having the information. So, it's kind of crazy.
Miklia, the king.
Like
We
trials.
can't force her to talk.
What do you mean?
But something's up.
Like
We should
knowing
do some
the
research.
characters?
You're right. Let's go ask people in Lastenbell. They may know
Or
something.
heroes? I'm gonna fight the stupid snake and die. Horribly win, but probably die.
Give it your all!
It's a 9-headed serpent. This will be
44.
tough.
Okay, I got
So it
this.
has 9 heads? Where?
Take a gander at the bottom.
Ew! Its legs are like snakes!
I'll strike you down!
Bottom fight!
Crimson Flame!
I'm gonna kill.
May it burn your soul! Flow bears!
Serpent of water?
Vermilion Crescent! Trap them! Purifying Flames! Rose,
It wasn't strong enough.
Lord of Water!
You handle it.
Spirit cleansing! Elixir of Death!
Be gone! That won't take this!
Aim and fire!
Be gone! Purify the earth!
Very
Fairy
good.
circle! Eat this! Cry out! Rock winner! Eat this! I need a hand! Purify the earth! Fairy circle!
Razor Vortex!
Rotating giant!
Wind Blade!
Eat this!
Spear!
Whoa! I need a hand!
You're pretty much
Dazzle!
screwed.
Echo Shock! Take this! Rampaging giant!
You
Edna.
suck, Saray.
I think we win that. I don't even know how we got so unlucky there.
Stand strong!
It's a 9-headed serpent. This will be tough.
So it has 9 heads? Where?
Take a gander at the bottom.
Ew! Its legs are like snakes!
Be on your guard.
Spirit cleansing!
Vermilion Crescent! Trap them!
Aim and fire!
Whoa! Burn! Tower of Blood!
Ice Reaver!
Burn!
Burrowing Dragon! Open the way! Go under! Bring these demons!
Burn! Trap them! Tower of Blood!
Is that
I
it?
need that stun to happen here.
Burn! Trap them! Purifying Flames!
Find my enemy! Return to void!
Trap them! Purifying Flames!
You know nothing! Multiple currents?
Rose, get back!
Find my enemy!
Trap them!
Lord of Water!
Vermilion Crescent! Molten Wall!
Spirit cleansing! Elixir of Death!
Unless
Crimson
this is
Flame!
over.
May it burn your soul! Flow bears! I need a hand!
Spirit cleansing! Elixir of Blistering Fang!
You are right, Nicleo!
Trap them! Rising Phoenix!
I'll strike you down!
This!
It wasn't strong enough.
Luca and
Put
Ghost!
some thought into it!
Shining Mirror!
Here goes! Feel my winds!
Gather and grant me protection.
Sleeping Dragon!
Violent Protect Torrent! What a formidable opponent!
Not exactly clean, but see for that thing, I think was above my pay grade. Not by much. But also double damage. But hey, we're close to the Lord of the Land. I don't even know who we have to talk to out of that, but
Would you like some?
I think we're close to the exit. Probably.
Did you feel it too?
The wind?
oh yeah, this is where I get to fight the other boss.
A Hellion.
Griffin, what is it doing in a place like this.
Oh, weak
Is
to
it
fire.
bird or
Poor guy.
beast?
Yeah, the last thing we need is a bunch of flocking griffins.
Rose, a nice young lady really shouldn't.
Come on! I didn't mean it like that!
Choose your birds more carefully.
Go get him!
Find my enemy! Rose, get back! Burn! Molten Wall! Tower of Blood! Mind Flayer! Go forth! Beast of Water! Burn! Drop them! Purifying Flames! Searching Current! Twin Flow! Burn! Molten Wall! Tower of Blood! Vermilion Crescent! Molten Wall! Tower of Blood! I'll strike you down! Saint Zero! Burn! Burn away!
That was actually supposed to.
Vermilion Crescent! Molten Wall!
Kill him.
Tower, let's get him! What a formidable opponent!
Could have been worse. Good thing I lived on that attack. Whoa! Hey, hey, hey. Break on the bush, break on the bush! Oh my god. I just threw that bird in the bush and it couldn't come back. How about them apples? Better a bird in the bush than two hands. Sounds like I can probably take the
It just
millipede out.
exploded on its own.
Okay, here goes!
That is a mutant hellion called Million Bead. Even calling it a centipede would be a bit much.
Yeah, a million is way too much.
More than 2 legs is too much.
That's just your bias.
Are millipedes like rich centipedes? I don't even.
Purifying Flames!
Which one's my crustacean killer? That's the Purgatory of Flame. Scorched Valley. Okay.
Fire Blade!
Vermilion Crescent! Scorched Down! Purifying Flames!
I'm not done yet!
Want 'em through.
Vermilion Crescent! No escape! Purifying Flames!
Go under! I'm not done
Burn!
yet!
No escape! Tower of Blood!
Scumbag. Zero stickler.
Burn!
Attack.
No escape! Purifying Flames!
Vengeance phase.
Burn! No escape! Tower of Blood!
Wind lance. Attack, fell beast. Vengeance phase.
Double Demon Fang!
No use to
Tower of Blood!
Rising Phoenix! I'm not done yet!
Scorched Down! Purifying Flames!
Hellgate. Attack, fell beast.
Lightning Strike!
Scorched Down! Purifying Flames!
Scum like you should die.
Sleeping Dragon!
Hellgate.
Scorched Down! Purifying
No
Flames!
use defending.
Fang Blade!
Garbage head.
Tower of Blood!
Retreat for now!
I need a hand!
Slower could it
Scorched Down! Tower of Blood!
Go under! Glimmer Dragon!
We're too close! Tower of Blood!
Lightning Strike! Fang Blade!
Purifying
Lightning
Flames!
focus.
No escape! Tower of Blood!
Raise my enemy! Helen Death!
No escape! Purifying Flames! Get reckless, Dazzle!
You know, you're pretty mature, Rose.
Coming from you, I'm not sure
I can't even hear it, but yeah, sounds like it. Ankle's broken, oh my god.
Here.
That leads somewhere, and that leads to town. So I think we're going to town. Once we get to Godot and hop off. I don't think... Yeah, that's it. Why? Bro!
Let's begin the purification. Leech or leech. It's dangerous to fight them in close combat.
So what's the difference between
Literally,
a leech
where
and
did that
leecher?
bird come from?
Tower? Not yet.
An aged Trent. Like a...
Did he come from the bush? Is this bush teleport? You've heard of Bird Box, but have you heard of Bird Bush? The horror movie where birds teleport from bush to bush. It's just IRL. What do you mean? What do you mean? Okay. Well, we blow this popsicle stand. So, as always, make sure to like, follow, and obey. We'll catch you, flip flop, ribbit, links in the description, vid, VODs, clips, all that good stuff. But we will see you guys later. Peace.